What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 14 of the Fielder's Choice podcast. 1, 4. I am Dan Field. All the way to the left, we got Matt Giblin, and in the middle, Mrs. Angie Santamaro. Thanks for tuning in. We are a bit early this week. Our usual time is 8 o'clock. We had to change that to 6 o'clock today because Mrs. Angie's going off to Maine for vacation.
Yes.
Right when this podcast is over.
Yes.
So
I appreciate it.
We should have like a 4-hour podcast.
Zach
just
might
for
kill
that
you.
reason. Zach's ready to go.
He's ready to go.
Yeah.
Where you guys headed, Ange?
To Maine, to Rockport, to Zach.
Maine.
Well, to Zach's like childhood summer home. So his mom's house now.
I'll miss you guys next week. I'll be at Lake Winnipesaukee.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Unless you phone in a friend.
Yep.
But I don't
Maybe
know
we
if the wife may not be too happy. So.
probably not on vacation. No,
Yeah.
that's okay. That's all right. So you
What's
guys
going on,
had
guys?
a couple of games.
Whoa, what was that?
Oh no!
Who is
Some
that?
feedback, huh?
Oh, it's Angie.
Oh no!
You're on mute again, Angie. You might have to rejoin.
Oh no, Ange. See you in a
Yeah.
few. Bye.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hey. Huh?
Oh no, it's... What the hell? Everything was just working fine, of course, as soon as you go live. Right.
But I
What?
think she was in the process of saying that Danny and I did a 15U tournament this past weekend.
Yep, what the hell?
All right.
Oh,
There we
it
go.
is.
Hey.
There I
Yeah, Friday, Gib and I, what did we do, 4 games?
We did 4. They wanted us to do 5. We got lucky.
Yes.
There was a forfeit, so
Yeah,
Danny,
we did
Dee
4
and I
games.
got paid for
Oh.
a forfeit. But
Hey.
we did 4 games, on Friday.
Yeah, Lou
Oh, I
Merloni's.
finally got paid for my forfeit. Oh, that's right. That's not a big deal. Lou Merloni's kid was there.
Well, we'll help.
That's for getting paid. Congratulations.
We'll help get that squared away for you, and we'll make a phone in a friend.
No, I finally got it. I finally got it. I
alright.
no. I kept following up, and then I finally got paid, so we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy
From-
what we
from
have
the
to go
summer.
through
Yeah.
to get paid, which I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
talk about in a little bit. But yeah, so first thing in the morning, it was like a 9 o'clock game, and Lou Merloni's on the field. I'm like, okay, so his son must be on the
That's
team.
awesome.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
It was
he-
kind of
he
awesome
was.
until the very first batter of the game, and he's chirping me for calling a pitch
Yeah,
up, calling
Lou-
a pitch down,
Oh.
pitch left,
Lou,
calling
Lou
a pitch
did
right.
chirp him. He did chirp him.
Sorry, I'm gonna give
Yeah.
everybody like motion sickness for a second. My like tripod just broke. Well, it's not a real
Right.
tripod. That's why it just broke. So give me a
Oh.
sec.
Wheel.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, there we go.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. I was on the bases and he was coaching first, so we got to shoot the shit for a little bit.
That's pretty
'Cause
cool.
We were just talking last
Class
episode that he
act.
played in that 100 inning game, at least one
Right.
year.
Right.
So we're
Just a
talking
class
we're talking about
act.
that.
Coaching
So you
the
told them you
kids
had a
the entire
podcast,
time.
and yeah, that's
I did
pretty
mention the
awesome.
podcast.
And-
I
and
didn't
he
have the
needed to come
balls.
on it?
I didn't have the balls to ask him to come on.
Next time,
Yeah, next time.
next game. Yeah.
And I should have, because they had won that Friday. His son had the winning hit, 3-0 pitch, smashed the single
Oh.
up the middle. Yeah, I think they
I
had.
chirped at him and said that he must have got those genes from mom. So,
Yeah.
Funny.
Of
but the
course.
kid
he's
was a
just-
pretty good infielder too, though.
Yeah,
he was
second
pretty-
baseman.
He made a couple of nice plays. Yeah, they had a
Mhm.
good team.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
and I think they upset the. So they were the only 15U team. All the other teams were like 16U.
What tournament was this?
It was a PBR tournament, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. I thought it was New England, but then Matt said it was a New York team.
Yeah, and I believe there was a team from Vermont that Ronnie, Luke, and I did a game yesterday for. A team from New Hampshire, I know. But
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then yesterday, BMBL, we had our all-star game, doubleheader. It was beautiful weather for that. The
What
28
score,
plus
Jeff?
beat the 18 plus for the 7th year in a row, and the Masters division.
Now it's a tradition.
Yeah, pretty much. So we've talked about, or I've mentioned, maybe switching it up. Well, this year I wanted to switch it up, but maybe for next year we'll have the Metro West play the 18s and the 28 plus play the Masters. I think that would probably be more of a better matchup, given
That might be a thing.
their dominating history over the 18s. But we'll see. Also, would like to get Polar Park for that game, which we
Didn't
wanted
we have
to
it
do last
before?
year. That was LaLasher and Lowell.
Oh, right.
Yes.
That's
but
right.
yeah, it would be pretty
Listeners.
cool if we could get
That would be
Polar Park.
very cool.
The Woo Sox.
Big news out of there. There's a futures lead coming back to that Lowell area. They're going to use
Okay.
Latzer Park for a lot of their games. So
Yep.
I saw that this past week.
Yep. And
That's
I know
awesome.
the Lowell Angels are using that field quite a bit this year in the BMBL and also
Yeah.
Omar's league.
Yeah, it's a hefty little permit, but you can, if you're willing to shell out some money for it, you guys can, to play games up there. I know I did a high school game up there this past year.
Yep. And they'll do the
That's-
scoreboard for you.
We should do the 100 innings there. What are we thinking at Adams?
We should. We should. Yeah. I mean, it's a bit of a drive, but now Quincy's a bit of a drive.
Yeah,
for me
actually, I don't
as
want
well.
to drive that way home. Yeah. Never
And
mind.
the facility is still pretty nice, so
Yeah.
I'm glad they're keeping it up with it. And
Yeah.
they've found use for it these last few years, too.
So, Ange, I know you had an epiphany the other day. You said, obviously, we've both made it clear that we prefer to be behind home plate. And the other day, you said you almost like the bases better. And I had the same epiphany the other day.
I did.
For some reason.
Yeah. There's so much stress to calling every pitch, right? And you're on, and then you guys know once the ball crosses the plate, if it gets hit, now you're doing something else, and now you're watching for something else. And I just feel like when I'm on the bases, when I get into a good rhythm and I'm in my positions, I'm fine no matter what happens, and I think I said this last time. I had the bases like 8 games in a row. I hadn't had the dish in forever. And so at first, and at first I was kind of like, I get so nervous on the bases, just, not knowing where to go necessarily, because I've been behind the dish almost all of my umpiring career. And then the other day I was like, this is fun. Like I was just sprinting around. It didn't feel as every pitch stressful, right? Calling every pitch right, because we're not going to call every pitch right. We're not. And then once you call a pitch wrong, dudes, how long is that in your head? The next 6
and
fucking
you hear
balls,
it too,
right?
especially these showcases. These parents are all over you.
And so even when you're calling the next pitch, you're in your head like, I fucked that one up. That was a strike, or that was a ball, or So I just found it to be a little bit less stressful and a lot more action. I mean, I was running around. I think I liked it better.
I was leaving the field on Friday after our fourth game, and some random fan was like, "You need to be more consistent. You need to be more consistent. You call a lot of low pitches for our team. You need to be more consistent." I'm like, "Who the hell are you?"
Yeah.
And you were 100 feet over there? Like you're telling me that you had a better view?
Right. And not all the kids are 5'6", or not all the kids are the same height. So when when you get your 4'11" kid and your 6'7" kid, like, come on.
But D, like I was telling you, it's easier to not hear that noise your first game, your second game. The fourth game, you hear those things a little more because you get tired and stuff, and that's all you hear. You're like, dude, I'm working as hard as I possibly can.
Yep.
But it's such a difference,
Yep.
We don't need to talk about
right.
the bases. I love being on the bases. I always take as much pride as I do when I'm behind the plate.
Yeah.
And, it's a work in progress of getting better and getting those right angles. Me and D just did a 9-inning great game where I had a couple of bang calls on the bases, and I was right on top of them.
And it feels so good when you get those right, and Yeah, I had a couple hard ones, and I was just like, I was there. I was in the right position at the right time. Yep. Even when they're mad about it.
Those 2 plays at third D today, like some bang shots, but exactly, being in the right angles, and feels good.
I feel like it took me a lot. I mean, we did a game together. I made a horrible call at first. It was it was terrible. It wasn't even like kind of bad. It was awful because of my timing. My timing was terrible. And those are the ones, and I think those were the reasons why the bases kind of scared me, because having been a catcher, I was so comfortable behind the plate. I was so comfortable there. And now I'm like, oh shit, all I needed to do was get better at this. All I needed to do is have way more practice at this. And so.
And it's a little weird, right? Because we start off a lot, right? Like you guys said, you're by yourself. You do JV games. You're kind of by yourself for a while. It takes a little while before you're even a partner with someone. And then you get on the bases and you're like, okay, I stand in A, B, and C for these situations. So it takes a while to get comfortable with that and then be like, okay, now where can I move in here so that I can get better at it?
And then being confident in your calls, and then being confident there on your, like, all of that. Yeah, totally. Yeah. So.
But yeah, our special guest this week is Matt. What?
I'm sorry. Can I just tell a really funny story before we go? So I don't know if this has ever happened to you guys, but so I was behind the dish the other day. It was like 98 degrees. And do you guys wear something underneath your pants? Because I realized, oh my God, my ass is sweating.
A cup?
Oh yeah, we guys have a cup. But you guys wear shorts? Because I just wear my regular undies.
Spandex.
Yeah.
Well,
I now wear like long spandex now because I don't like the straps behind my knees. So.
Oh, okay. So I usually wear long socks. So I have like knee-high like socks. But so I'm behind. And I realized, oh my God, my ass is sweating. Like literally, like my ass is sweating, and I am bent over, right? And it was more than hot. Anyway, so I'm like wearing all this gear, and then people kept saying to me like, "Wow, like you're really hot, huh? Like must be really hot." I get to my car, my ass was like wet. It was like a different color than my face, and I've like never had that problem before. Meanwhile, I'm, bent over. I'm like, not bent over, but I'm squatted down in front of all of these people. So new fear unlocked is all I wanted to say.
Come on, you're fine.
Well, it had to be. Like,
hopefully the worst of summer is behind us, too. We have the glorious end of summer, beginning of fall.
Yeah, I think I just need to get some boxer briefs or something. I don't know. Because I just wear my normal, which aren't granny panties, right? I wear a thong. So, like,
get some
I probably shouldn't wear a thong anymore. Yeah.
Get some athletic shorts.
Maybe okay. That's what I
Wait, you're wearing a thong while you're umpiring?
Yeah, that's what I wear for underwear. So that's what I know. But whatever. Anyways.
Yeah, good for you. Gib tried that once, and
yeah, I know. It's a rides up and just
you get used to it. But so now I need to get granny panties or like boxer briefs or something. I don't know. I need to figure something out though.
But why was it this one game you just started sweating out of your ass?
I have no idea. It was just because you want to know why? Because the other games that I've been I don't know, maybe my ass is just in the sun. Yeah, but I've been doing the bases forever.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I don't know. Listen, I don't know. All I know is that this is what happens.
The amount of water I drink when I'm behind the plate compared to when I'm doing the bases is night and day.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Which makes it harder on these days because you need to stay hydrated. It's just as warm, It's just not the humidity, So
that might be true too. I was drinking a lot of water.
Well,
I get it all here.
I'm sure Matt's gonna love that segue we just
on that note.
Set up for
now
him.
Let's go on. So.
Now that we just talked.
Well, I had to ask that question. What do you guys wear underneath? Huh?
Yeah.
Get some athletic shorts.
That is my next move.
All right.
Yeah. But anyways, our special guest is Matt Grimes, former player in the Yawkey League and the BMBL. I believe he has 5 championships, 4 with the Newton Red Sox. I'm rocking that jersey. I played with him for like a year. Of course, we didn't win it when I was on the team. So he's got 4 with them. I think he's got 1 with the Boston Bombers. Last played in 2018, and then became an umpire for the last 7-8 years. And he's a great umpire, and he's taught me a whole lot. I know he's taught you a whole lot, Gib. And
Yes.
I think it's time to bring him in to talk
Awesome.
some baseball. So let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. Matt Grimes.
What's up, buddy?
How's everybody doing?
How are we
Hi.
doing, sir?
Well,
I was gonna say I was gonna be a little upset about Dan tried to get me into the show about 5 minutes ago, and it was rudely interrupted. But
by
fortunately,
Harris
it was such a great story that like anytime you got to do that, following
Sorry.
granny panties,
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do if I can follow that. But I'll do
What,
my
you
best.
don't rock the song or the granny panties?
I needed to know.
Under your
Hey,
pants.
it's a valid question. Valid question.
You
They're
do
more
do
comfortable than you know.
Same as Gib, right? I think I saw you with the long jump, like the long jump.
Oh,
what
I
do you
have.
call it?
I wear long
The
compression
spandex.
pants, spandex,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call them, tights or whatever, under absolutely every time I'm behind the plate, and usually when I'm in the field, unless it's hot. But otherwise,
good
I always
idea.
have it. I don't like the feel of the shin guards against my just bare skin. Well,
Me too.
Mm-mm.
Well,
No.
I
It's
just wear
disgusting.
I just wear long socks like I would if I was
Yeah,
playing.
that's what I do.
Now, Maddie,
Yeah, that
here's the
too.
question. Here's the question I had for you. Was it
Yeah.
always like that? Like, how did you start? Did you start with just like
That's exactly
long
how I
socks
started.
or-
That
oh
was
yeah,
just my first-
always.
oh.
Yeah.
long socks too. I have socks that go most of the way up my calves. I make sure they're long enough to cover the bottom of whatever pants I'm wearing underneath. Just to keep the like you said, the straps aren't fun, but just more just like the sweat. I think it just gets so disgusting. We get disgusting enough as it is, as Angie pointed out for us a few minutes ago.
It was.
So
It was bad.
anybody I can minimize that, I'm going to try to do.
Yeah.
Listen, this is an important part of the biz. Like,
It's an
I've
extremely
definitely
important part.
right, like because those pants are not comfortable. They're not forgiving.
Oh, no,
I don't
they're
know about
awful.
you guys. They're terrible. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
I wear pants the same things when I do basketball as well.
I was a little surprised. It did take me a little while to learn that there were different pants for behind the plate as compared to bases. You know,
Yep.
so
Yep.
all right. I got away with 1 or 2 pairs for a little while until one of our teammates made fun of me. So
I got away with
Thanks, Sammy.
just a pair of base pants. I had just base pants for
Oh wow.
really probably 4 years, and then once I moved up here, North Reading, I had a NSBL game a couple years ago, and my wife and daughter came, and my wife says, "You those pants are really really baggy." And I have chicken legs. I have very skinny legs. And she's like, "You don't have anything better than that?" I'm like, "All right, I'll have to get some base pants." And they're way better.
So,
Play
and we
pants
talk
are
about
so
this a
good.
lot. We talk about this a lot. I don't have a lot of options, so I have to wear the same pair no matter what because there aren't a lot of women's equipment, and they don't fit me. Like they're too big. Like any of them are too big for me, and they're just so not. Wearing men's pants is just not my idea of a good time. So I
Right.
I found this website that sells like women's work pants, like factory work pants that look exactly like umpire pants, and then I just have different sizes.
If it works for you,
It works, and they
Yeah,
look good.
that's it.
I think. Yeah. So I just
you
have a
don't have
bunch of
to. You don't have to
those.
buy the official Jerry Davis pants or anything like that.
That's
As
right.
long as
Yeah.
you're apart, you're good to go.
Yeah, it's true.
Maddie, as you know, Dee and I have been boys like the last 20 years, so we rag on each other. So a lot of times when I give him shit about something, he probably doesn't hear it. But explain to us how important having good equipment is. Isn't it essential? I've been telling this kid
Oh.
since we started.
We're doing
And
that
of course,
right away.
and
Yes,
of course,
we're doing this right now.
and of course,
Yes.
I got hit in the
Going
collarbone, just like you predicted, Matt. I got hit directly in the collarbone, just like you predicted. And I thought of you right away, and I'm like, all right, I gotta.
So this isn't.
He,
This
he
is
thought
like
of
a
you. He
well-known
didn't think of me
thing.
when I told him.
Wait, are
Well,
you not? Do you not have a chest protector?
I
What are
use
you
my
wearing?
catchers. I
Sure,
just use
he's
my
barely
catchers.
wearing anything.
Dude.
Yeah, I know.
the first game we worked together, we were at East Boston, and he had the plate.
Yeah,
and he starts getting dressed, and I'm like, "What do you got going there?" He's pulling on his chest protector. I was like, "I'm sorry, what are you doing?" And he's, catchers are tough. Catchers used to getting hit. And I was like, I mean, I get it, but here, use my chest protector, please. Like, I don't care how hot it is. Like,
Dan, we also could catch the ball.
Yes.
Like, if I'm a catcher and the ball's, I can catch it. You can't catch it as an umpire. Like, you can't.
It's true.
I mean, my God.
I don't know. I'm stupid.
Yeah,
and I paid for it.
I paid
for it.
Oh.
You had 5 games the other day. One was a forfeit, but you got paid for 5 games the other day.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
I'll get some good equipment.
Yeah. I'm also
I've got
unemployed.
a huge, like, Force 3, just mega. I feel like I'm Iron Man when I put it on.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Everyone likes the Force 3. A lot of people like the Force 3. I've had a West Vest since I started. I still have the same gear. I've taken care of it, and it's awesome. I love it.
The West Vest, I don't like that it exposes your, like, stomach, your belly. Because I know that's where I'll get hit. Because that's one place that's exposed.
Lower levels.
Surprise! You don't get.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten. Well, now I say that,
You're gonna get
but I don't think I've ever gotten hit in the stomach.
Right?
Yeah,
the hand, maybe the forearm, right? Like
the ball finds a way.
Although I do get the thigh all the time. The inner thigh, outer thigh, like it's always my.
I got one under here today. I caught a ball. Got underneath my everything. Got the bottom of my jaw.
Ouch!
It just.
I had that happen to me. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me at the 100-inning game. When my jaw got knocked out, it was the worst.
Yeah, she had to come out.
I made me laugh. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's like I have a jaw thing, so it happens. It's not that hard for that to happen. So I just had to pop it back in, but it did happen during the game, and I was like, "This is awful."
Well, at least you didn't have a sweaty ass. That would.
I didn't have a sweaty ass at the 100-inning game. Yeah, I was chilly.
If I ever come back on, you can use that story to lead me about your jaw. All right.
All right. Then we'll go that way. Okay.
But Maddie, if you could please kind of introduce yourself and tell us about your playing experience from growing up to the men's leagues and how you ended up in the Yawkey League and the BMBL. That would be great.
I mean, I was Joe, American kid playing basketball and baseball and stuff all the way up through high school. I was never very good.
I mean, you played for the Bombers, so you got to be somewhat good. Oh, did we lose?
I was passable.
There we go. Passable.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you now.
There we go. I was good enough to.
Yeah, it keeps cutting out.
I wasn't always the first guy in, and that was totally fine with me.
Sorry, Matt. You keep cutting out. Are you guys? Oh, now Ange is on mute. Now Ange is muted. What is going on? Well, it always seems to be as soon as we go live, these things happen.
Yeah.
Gib, are you able to?
So what are we doing?
No, Ange is gonna come back.
I know,
All
right?
So now we can hear Matt. As soon as Ange.
Okay.
Maddie, you are cutting out. You're in a good room with service, right? This happened to our last guest.
Yeah, this is my office.
No, now we can hear fine. I think something with
Wi-Fi and everything.
You were cutting in and out for a minute.
Yeah, no, so I was freezing up on my side too a little bit.
Yeah, Ange, are you there?
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Whoa.
All right.
So anyway.
A light bulb just blew out in my house. What the hell is going on?
What is going on? Something's happening right now, though.
Yeah,
well, Mercury is in retrograde, so
good.
If anybody believes in that.
Crazy.
I do. My life is shit when Mercury is in retrograde. It really is. I don't believe in much, but when that happens, I got to be very careful.
Hilarious. Anyway.
That's true. Anyways.
Please continue.
Do I freeze again?
No, you're good.
You're there. You're good.
Oh,
okay. So
You're good.
What I heard last was you were passable.
Yes, I am passable. It's also one of my wife's favorite nicknames for me. So I played. I didn't really play a lot after high school, or really at all. And then when I lived in Connecticut, I was playing softball, and I played baseball for 1 year before moving to Boston. And the friends I had up in Boston.
Uh-oh, it's not me.
Maddie, you want to try rejoining? It seemed to work for Ange.
Yeah, like cut out again.
This happened with Alex last week too.
Yeah, we gotta do something about our production.
Yeah.
How do we fix something like that? Like, is it just making sure that people are like got full bars,
I don't know
or
if it's the connection, the software?
I mean, I always have good connection, so I feel like it might be the software on my front, because I'll just all of a sudden go mute and then I can't do anything.
Yeah,
but I think on our the guests, I think it might have to do more with their internet, because then they get all like scrambly.
Because there's 3 remote guests, but you can have up to 5, so it should be able to handle it.
Yeah.
You back?
All right.
Here?
You're here. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
We'll keep trying.
Sounds good.
I feel like I try to I gotta talk like quickly, get things out in bursts.
Yeah.
No, you should hopefully be good.
You say that.
And I look frozen again. Right, I froze again, right?
Yeah.
You did
I think it might be your connection.
What can I do? Is there anything I can do?
Is there any place in your house that has better connection or better signal?
I will go for a quick little hunt. You guys chat, and I will be back.
Sounds great. All
right.
right.
Thanks.
You have 2 minutes. Go.
Yeah.
I guess this is why most podcasts aren't live.
Yeah, that's
But
all
I
right.
guess
We
have
add
the
the little
balls. Cojones.
we have the balls
Yeah.
to do this. We have fun with it. We can keep rolling.
It is what it is, you know.
It
Like,
is what it is.
Right.
People are coming into our living rooms and we're hanging out, and this is what would happen if we were on like a phone call. So whatever.
Yeah, right. What are you gonna do?
So you guys have known Matt for a while. I have not.
Yeah.
I don't know him at all.
Well, I
so
knew
you
of
guys
him.
both umped with him? Oh, you've only known of him.
Yeah,
I knew
and,
of him.
I've partnered with him a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
Last year was my first year partnering with him.
Got
And
it.
the things,
Got it.
but as you guys know, there are a couple of guys across the. Unfortunately, they're all guys. Across.
That's okay.
Across.
We're gonna change that. Just not yet.
Damn right. Damn right.
It's all right.
That we ump with that are willing to help us young guys out and girls and help us get better. And we need that, because there's too many situations brewing for too many different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to think that we can help at least play a part of it and at least quelling those fires down and getting more people interested in this stuff, because it's important. And I'm tired of getting a bad rap.
Well, and as you guys know, it's not easy. It's not easy to learn this stuff, because 50% of it is not in the classroom, and 50% of it is not in that one-day field training. 50% of it is field experience, talking to other umpires, asking questions, getting answers.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. So the last game that I did yesterday in this tournament, it was one of the team's final games of their tournament season. They weren't going to go any farther. And they wanted to have their last ups. They were losing, I think 3-0, and they needed someone to pitch. The home team said, "Yeah, sure, we'll bat again." And the first batter that came up, he ended up walking on, maybe 6 or 7 pitches. But 3-2 was a curveball that was just outside that I called a ball. And all the parents behind me were like, oh, come on, you're working overtime. Let's speed this up. So the final hitters, I kind of opened it up. The next hitter who got up, I called a strike. It was at his eyes. So he looked at me. He's like, oh, that's how big? And I pointed to his head all the way to his toes to tell him that's where the strike zone was. But,
hit everything.
But as we were leaving, one of the mothers stopped me and she said, hey, thanks for making it fun for them. That was the best thing I heard the entire weekend. What more could I want?
Right.
What more could I want?
Isn't that the best?
Lady.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes. I would much rather a fun game anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that's why we're there.
Just kept my demeanor. There were a couple of times when, the coaches are chirping about a play that could have gone one way or another, hey, get it. Go fight for it.
For one bad parent, there's 2 nice ones out there.
Absolutely.
So we don't really talk about that.
No,
that's true.
There are plenty of them out there. Yeah.
There are.
Mm-hmm.
There are.
We do
and
get some compliments.
And learning to grab these tools, right? Put them in our toolbox to learn how to deal with these different situations is only helping us, right?
And to, honestly, after a hard game, to like walk out with your head held high, still saying like, have a,
Sure.
good game or thank you
Sure.
or, all that stuff.
Even if you did happen to screw up or miss a check swing that may have played an important part of the game, to learning which way I should go out. Or,
yeah, that's true too.
Who not to talk to, right? Or, right?
Well, and I think not escalating a situation too, right? Because there are many situations where we can easily, and sometimes want to say something back. And sometimes just knowing, like, if I say X, I'm just going to be the one escalating it, and I just have to say
And I think too many umpires
I've been guilty of it.
do that, Gib.
Yes, I have. I'm getting better at it, but it's a
if it's your fourth game of the day, if it's your fourth game of the day and you've heard what the fuck blew for the 10th time, and you haven't seen your family all day, and you're tired, and you're hot, and you don't want to be there at this point.
Or you're getting MF for the third or fourth time from a 14-year-old, how much are you willing to put up with?
Yes, none. Zero. Right.
That's what I said to one of our friends today. Yeah. Hey, no. There's certain things that you're not going to tolerate.
Right. First game, you might get a warning. If it's my third game and you said that, you're out. I'm done.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it
no
looks
better.
Like he's back.
He's back.
Much clearer. And we can hear you.
That is a little clearer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm much closer to the router.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Kick my family into the basement.
Much
sorry, hon.
I think this kind of like thing takes a lot of bandwidth. So sometimes if you're not in perfect, perfect bars, it's not going to work. Yeah. But anyways, back to you.
Bars.
So I love that. I love that for you.
Give it to us, Bud.
Yeah.
So what do we got? What are we doing here?
You got a cat? Nice.
Oh my God, I love it.
Joins us too every once in a while.
Yeah.
I got a couple.
Fred? How many you got?
It's Fred Savage.
I got 2.
Oh my God. Savage. I have Benny the Jet.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
So what were we talking about? What are we doing here?
We're talking about.
So you were passable as a player.
Oh, still passable. Yes, that's right.
Still passable. Yes, your wife calls you that. That's her nickname for you. Yeah.
Of course not.
I'm sure the kids too.
My jokes.
Yeah.
No, it was I was able to play with a bunch of good players. Like I played in the Yawkey League when I first started playing up here, and that was in about 2007.
Oh, because you said you played softball. You played softball in Connecticut, and then came
for a couple
here.
years, and it wasn't. It was fun, but it wasn't like kind of the same. And then I met a friend who just said, "Oh, we play baseball." I was like, "Oh, people still do that." And so I joined the Dodgers in the Yawkey League, and I played with them for my whole Yawkey League career. And then towards the end of that, my last few years, I played also with the Newton Red Sox, as Dan mentioned, for a few years. It's funny, you mentioned 5 championships. Like I don't even know.
Yeah, I had to look at the forge hitter.
I wasn't the integral part of any of the teams. I wasn't the cleanup hitter or anything like that.
Hey, championship's a championship.
Oh yeah, championship. And
one of them must have been against me.
Is that right?
Yeah, against South Shore Giants.
I was going to say South Shore Giants.
Maybe your first or second one, probably.
Okay. I pitched against you guys once at your field.
That was a good series.
Yeah, it was fun.
At Adams and Quincy?
Yeah.
Oh, was this? We were talking about this the other day, right? With Carlos and
I was there.
And not Jose. What's his name? Carlos and
Johnny Robles.
Johnny Robles. I was saying Jose. Yes. We talked about this the other day. This exact series.
That's a great series.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Right, Maddie? You know, the ones that you win and the ones that you lose, they remain with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
For sure.
For me, more like I got to play with a lot of like good baseball players, especially with the Bombers. Like there was a lot of really good baseball players in that team, and every time they're still there. And everything that I've ever played, like I've always wanted to be like the guy. I've always wanted to have the ball for the last shot, like all that kind of stuff. I was never that good at baseball, but I was good enough that I could basically eat innings for them, which is a big deal when it comes to these summer leagues. It's like sometimes you can't get players to a game, and it's like, this guy can just come out and throw 6 innings and just throw strikes, and then we get a win, move on, and so on and so forth. Like that was the kind of role that I filled with that team, and it was good. I knew what my job was. I had no delusions of grandeur, So and that was the fun part of it. That was the best part. It was just like a good group of guys playing baseball, having something to look forward to a couple times a week. It was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, if you ever want to make a comeback, Gib and I run the Metro Red Sox in the 38s. We could use some pitching.
We could use a pitcher.
Yes, you could.
I'm hearing. I was even talking to a couple guys on the Bombers at the All-Star thing yesterday, and they were just talking about how, like, they're just struggling to get guys innings or to get enough innings from guys to keep going. Like,
I don't know what's been going on this year, but a lot of teams have been struggling to get guys to show up. I don't know what it is this year.
Some guys playing like 4 leagues.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help.
And a lot of the guys that are hanging on, they're like, they're getting older and they're all having kids and they have responsibilities and other stuff where it's not like they can go play 3 baseball games on a Sunday. Yeah. So it gets tougher.
But you won 5 championships. So, I mean, to say that you're passable, maybe, but I feel like winning 5 championships, right? Like, you are probably a little bit better than you're giving yourself credit for. It's not like you were just a part of one team that happened to be all good and you were just on the team, right? Like, you're not the equipment manager who's getting a ring. Like, you're showing up. So you're a part of it. But, out of all 5 of them, right? So 4 with the Newton Red Sox and 1 with the Bombers. What was your favorite? Which one sticks out? Which championship were you more than passable?
I mean, honestly, I didn't even think we won more than twice with the Red Sox. I mean, I did.
Oh, they won. Yeah, they
win all the time, right?
I think they had the most championships. Either them or the Metro Red Sox.
I think my favorite was maybe the second year we won the Newton Red Sox because I had been playing shortstop all year, and then in the spring, early summer, playing basketball, I broke my wrist, and so I was out for X number of weeks. But 6 weeks later, I was able to get out and still throw and play again and contribute in the playoffs and have fun. So that was, I mean, for me, probably the most memorable, just because I had more of a hand in it, and I was coming back from an injury, and it was fun. But each one is just like, we win, and it's.
Bring some beers with the fellas, and move on.
Right. It's like great.
Well, it took some of us
a little bit better, it's great.
It took some of us 20 years to win our first, so we don't exactly know that feeling.
I had to wait quite a while too.
You didn't land on the right team, I guess. I mean, I joined the Yawkey League.
I mean, I joined the Red Sox. They had the most championships. I joined the team, and then the year I played, of course, we didn't win it. But yeah, the Newton Red Sox, they have 9 championships, including 2 3-peat performances.
Wow.
Yeah. The only franchise
I was
to
there
do that.
for one of those. That was a stacked team. There was a lot of good players in that team.
Yeah, Kevin Martin, right? He always found good players.
And you bursted on the scene, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yuki was special. He
still is.
everybody down.
He still is. Yeah, I was gonna say he's still throwing it down. Yeah.
Maddie, see, there's a small part of me too. Like, I won't give up playing. And that's why I've stuck with the Masters. I still need it. I crave it.
Yeah.
And we all have our different reasons for kind of starting umpiring. What about you? What made you kind of give up playing ball and kind of go the opposite route, right? Because your last year playing ball was the first year you got patched, right?
I got patched like a month and a half after I finished playing. Or maybe it was in spring. I don't remember when it was, but yeah, it was immediately after that season. Like I mentioned, I was on the Bombers for the last few years, just the Bombers, and 2 nights a week in a Sunday game, something like that. I'm going out 3 nights a week, and when my last year rolled around, I had just had a kid, and she was a toddler, year old, and she came to a game at one point, and that was awesome, fun. But it was at the point where I'm telling myself, I'm gone 3 days a week to ride pine, basically, but knowingly. I get it. I wasn't complaining about it. I know, like I said, I knew what my job was on that team, and a lot of times I would just be there to, spell somebody for some defense for a couple innings or something like that, and that wasn't enough, fulfilling wise for me competitively, because when it came down to big games or playoffs, like everybody shows up, and then I'm just like cheerleading, which is great, and I embraced it. That's what I did when I was there. I'll go coach third base. I'll do whatever I got to do. But it was just I was gone 3 times a week. It was kind of silly to go and watch baseball when I can just watch baseball on TV, kind of. And I do have the competitive itch. It is insane that it's always scratching at me. But I got into umpiring partly because it didn't make sense for me to play anymore, but also because I'd been in the leagues for 12 years or something like that. Had so many games where you could just tell the umpires didn't care.
Yep.
You know,
we've talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
Just the lack of effort, just not like they're there to collect the money, and I get it. That's you do it. I'm not going to do it for free, usually.
Right.
You know. You know,
Just
do 100 innings, something like that. That's cool.
100 innings.
You know? Exactly. But yeah, you can't. It's not something. I don't have time to do it for free, so I'm going to do it, and I want to do the best that I can at it. And a lot of guys just kind of don't feel that way, and that's their MO. That's fine. That's however they want to do it. You know.
Yeah.
But I wanted to. You know, when I made the friends that I made, and I started playing with the Dodgers, like that's like the core of my friends now in Boston, and just through my life, I feel like baseball has given me a lot. In terms of just the camaraderie, being on teams and being with friends and stuff like that, that I still wanted to keep giving back to it or be a part of it somehow. And I tried my hand at umpiring. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm a rules guy. Like, weirdly, I know rules. Like, it's weird. And I started trying it. I'm like, make some extra money doing this. And it just became a passion kind of relatively quickly, like as I kind of worked my way up a little bit. So I did it at the beginning just to like stay involved, but now it's more like it's half work because it's work, but it's also like it's like a sport. It's like I'm competing. It feels like I'm competing because if I don't compete and do my best, then they're competing and doing their best matters less. You know, so whatever level I'm at, I want to do it right so that they have a great game and they'll remember who I am.
100%.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time, that as players, it was a different side of the coin, but now as umpires, it's very similar to being a player, and just in a different way. It's a different sort of athletics. It's a different sort of sport, I guess you could say. We have that conversation a lot, and it was completely unexpected, I think, for me anyways, that's how I would feel. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yep.
By the way, there's a shot of Maddie yesterday working the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I bet the reaction from the wife when you came home with a little coin was a little different from you just coming home and saying, "Oh yeah, we won 3-2."
Is it a Brandeis? That looked like Brandeis. I thought you said it was somewhere else.
Yes,
that was Brandeis. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, last year we went back to Lowell. I thought we were doing that again this year, but yeah, we did not. But hopefully Polar Park next year, which would be awesome.
That would be so cool.
That'd be fun. Definitely get me on the list for that.
Yeah, right?
You seem to be already on those lists.
Hey, you know, keep on plugging away and you start getting other things, you know?
Yep. So how many games this season are you typically doing in your 8th year?
If I didn't want to risk going into my Google Sheets and losing the connection we have right now, I'd actually look it up. But this year will probably be somewhere in the neighborhood of 80, I would think. 75, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Okay. Yeah.
Which it's gone up every year for me, just kind of as I moved up, because I get to be involved in more important games, like big high school games and things like that. But I only have so much time. You know, I have my day job and then do this on top of it. It takes a lot of time. It takes me away from my family. But you know, sometimes it's a passion, and it's something that I'm working hard on, and it helps us as a family anyway. So
yeah. So I think that's how many I did last year, but I was also working like yourself. But now that
you're a crazy person. You guys are doing like 4 or 6 games a day. You're telling me about?
I've already done 100.
Not me, them too.
140 games already.
Oh, you see, I've done 52. I counted. I've literally done 52. Half of what you've done.
Yeah, but you're a teacher, so.
I'm probably at about 60 or so right now, I would think.
This was going to be one of my questions for later, but I'm going to ask it now, Maddie. Like, how because I have two little ones as well, and as similar. You know, we've gotten into this umpiring thing. We like it. We found a passion for it. I want to be good at it. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. Like, how do you balance that with the family life, especially in the summertime? You know, like I'll be the first to admit it. Yeah, I'm not. Of course I am, because these things are important. I'm not around for bedtime. You know, 3 out of 4. Right now, it's more 4 out of 7 nights of the week. That's a big deal to my kids. You know, so being away and coming home with some money, that's helping the family. But it's tough. It's tough to find that balance. You know, making sure that I'm around for those bike rides too at 6, 7 o'clock after I've worked 4 games.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, how do I balance it? I just keep going. You know, you just gotta keep going, because it's an exhausting job. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. But you know, when I'm off doing that, my wife is doing her own job that is exhausting. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time. You know, so I try to, I just try to be as present as I can when I'm home, regardless of what condition I'm in. You know, and just try to do everything I can, because sometimes I need to be out more than I want to be out. But at the same time, my wife is here with my daughter, and she's like absolutely just crushes the mom game, and just like keeps her involved and stuff. She's always going to like dance and all these other things. I make as many of those things as I can. It's it's tough sometimes, but
but then they get like my boys are 12 and 14, so then they get older, and then you get home and they're like, "Oh, Ma, you weren't here? Where were you? I thought you were. Where were you? Oh, I thought you were downstairs." Or like, we were. Oh, didn't even know you weren't here. I'm like, "Oh, thanks, guys."
Yeah, I mean, my daughter's turning 9 soon, and she's starting to, she's having her first summer that like reminds me of my summers, where it's just like,
this is
I get home and I'm just like out the door, and then like I come downstairs, where's Joe? And she's like, oh, she's out somewhere, and so that's awesome. I love that. She's having fun. She's a little less independent, or a little less reliant, on being entertained and whatnot. So it's kind of a little easier in that regard, but.
Does she have any interest in coming to like watch you like umpire? Because my kids don't. They're like, no, Ma, we're good.
No, but my wife's brought her a couple times when I've been at North Reading High School in town here. So they've come to a couple, and they'll stay for a couple innings. But she loves it. I mean, she just like, I guess my wife has a video of her just like saying like my strike call, which Dan finally got to see yesterday.
That's awesome.
The noise that I make, and like her and one of my wife's friends had to come over with her child, and they were just like hanging on the back of the fence behind the plate, just kind of watching and mimicking like the sound I was making. So it was just really funny. It's really
That's
funny.
amazing.
They come once in a while, but
Speaking of which, how did you guys decide what your strike call was going to be? I don't think we've ever asked this question to each other, because I know Gib does his way. I just do like somewhat saying strike.
I don't know. Mine has modified, and I think every single year.
I was gonna say I don't have one
thanks to a
yet.
lot of advice, my hand.
Well, you say something though.
Yeah, I think I have the same like strike call, but my strike 3 call I'm still playing with. I'm still like, I try something out, I think every game to see what sticks. But yeah, my strike call, I think I just started what felt comfortable for me. I definitely mimicked a lot of umpires I've had in my past, the ones that I liked. So
what's your current strike 3 call?
I don't really have, I mean, it depends what game. I mean, it's just like, it's different every game. I think I just copy like the normal, but I don't like that one.
Verbally, how do you say it? What do you?
Oh no, I can't do it like this. This is no. I gotta.
Too much pressure.
Too on the spot. Yeah. I need to be in the moment. Why? What's yours?
Yeah. I can't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's like strike 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. Everyone's.
Mine's
different.
more like guttural. Mine's more like strike 3. Like I kind of do like a thing like that. Like it's like. Yeah, it's like visceral for me. Like it's Viking-esque, you know what I mean? Like
maybe that's what's making your ass sweaty.
That could be it. I gotta like bring down. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that could be it. My hairy ass. Yeah. Thanks, Dan. I gotta shave. I gotta talk to my wax lady. She does the eyebrows, so we might have to move downstairs. Okay.
How much has yours modified, Maddie, over the years?
What's that? My strike three call you're talking
No,
about?
not
Yeah, sorry,
yet,
we're talking about you now, Matt. Yeah.
Not my ass hair. No, I'm not talking about that. It's the first few years it changed progressively every year. Just more about finding comfort and
Yeah.
I spoke with I think I spoke with Matt. I think I spoke with you after the game the other night. How I used to my strike call and a called strike used to be turn and point, but then I stopped doing that because I don't like looking away from the field.
Right.
Yeah.
And like other like college umpires asked me about that, and like maybe you should turn to a turn. I'm like, I don't like to take my eyes off the field if I don't have to. And they're like, all right, well, do what you're doing. And I went from that. I've had different hand motions, but I've landed on the hammer. It just kind of works for me.
Yeah,
just
I can't
like
do that. Just straight, like.
Well, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You hammer down for the strike. You get the out. That's up here. You gotta make sure you distinguish between the two. Which is important.
Right.
Okay.
Strike three call. I mean,
like Maddie, tell these guys the bit of advice you gave me the other night about a fly ball. Like, what are you actually watching for on a fly ball if you're the home plate umpire?
Well, it depends on the situation. Like, what do you have? What do you have for outs? What do you have for runners on
no
base?
outs. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Okay, right. So when I'm plate, just say there's nobody on, because if there's nobody on, then I have the fly ball. What Matt and I talked about was I noticed when I was in the bases and he was at the plate.
All my calls are too quick.
That's the thing. It's one thing we talked about is about being fast. You gotta wind that back. I'm still trying to slow down because you just always slowing down can never hurt. But so when I'm at plate and I see a fly ball, like my partner's gonna be wrapping around first base to get the touch at first base.
Yep.
He's not watching the fly ball, so after the catch, I want to let him know, all right, you can chill out now. Ball's caught, it's dead, we're all set. What I wait for is you got to see him catch it, you got to see him control it, and you have to see voluntary release. So when the ball hits the glove, you don't go catch. Like, you got to wait and make sure you see him, like, double pump the ball or do something like, they have control of the ball, and then they're giving up control of that ball. Yeah. So you just got to make sure that you can't, because if you call that out too fast, then you've called the out, and he drops the ball, and you're like, and now you got a situation where you shouldn't have called out, and like I said, slowing down always helps.
Yeah.
So going backwards, where did you first take umpire classes, and what were your thoughts on what you learned, what they taught?
I took them at Tufts with Tommy Blues.
So same as
you did that one too? Yeah.
Okay. So
I think that's like the main one for everybody around this area. I thought it was great. Tommy knows everything. He knows all the rules, and he's a character, which is also fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, just what I took away from that was like I said, I know rules, but the depth of the rules and the specifics and what pieces are open to interpretation and just all kinds of different like little intricacies of the game. Like one of the things I remember Tom saying was, "These are all the rules." He's talking about what he's talking about, but once that game starts, the rules are whatever you want them to be. You are the umpire, so you whatever you call is what it is. Like it's up to you. Now, if you want to keep on working, you probably want to do it well and like not do anything weird. But
good advice.
Once it starts, like it's your call is your call, and that's it. Period. So I learned basically kind of the concept of managing the game and figuring out, because at different levels you want to grow the strike zone a little bit. You're gonna like help people a little bit, but as you go up, you gotta make sure like for the All-Star game yesterday, these are guys like normally for these leagues you give them a little extra on the outside, a little extra up top maybe. But these guys were the All-Star pitchers. Like these guys can throw strikes. I'm giving them a strike zone. A real strike zone, and I'm sticking with it. And learning from Tom and from all those things was learning just how to manage the game yourself the way that works best for you. I don't know if that really makes a whole heck of a lot of sense, but
it does.
It got like that was like the point is like you learn the rules, you learn the mechanics, you do everything. Once that game starts, whatever happens is on you now. This is your show. There's no one else to turn to. This is your thing.
But
you got ownership. You got to take it.
I mean, did you feel as if everything you learned in those classes was enough to feel comfortable going out there for your first game? Because we talked a lot about this, how we the rules, we went over that in depth, specifically the Federation rules. But what they don't teach you in that class is mechanics, hand signals with your partners, positioning. There was one like field class.
One.
Right.
Where you covered basic positioning, basic ABC.
Yeah.
Call a couple strikes, and they're like, all right, good enough, get out there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
That's the biggest thing that we've talked about is, like, we could probably use maybe 2 or 3 of those field classes before we were actually ready to get out there.
Yeah, a real umpire class or those camps that you go to, those are like a few weeks long. So, that tells you enough right there that one day is certainly not going to teach you.
Anybody can learn the rules.
Yeah.
Anybody can.
Unless they're Federation
open heart
rules.
surgery, but until you're doing it, you don't know what you're doing.
But also learning the rules and watching the rules live, right? That is wild because, right? If you're watching it, not only do you have to let your brain catch up to what your eyes just saw, right? So that's your timing, right? But then also if it's a timed play, if it's not a timed play, if it's whatever, I'm sure we could go over 17 different scenarios, but knowing the order in which things happen, right? Like, I will never forget, Tommy was talking about, like, if they throw the runner out, if they throw the batter runner out, now the runner running to second, it's not a forced out anymore. And I've had to call that more times than I can even count, where I'm like, no, it's not a forced play anymore. You guys took out the first baseman, or you guys took out the batter runner. So nope, you didn't tag him. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
And then they're like, what? Or how many times I've had to tell a kid that if an infield fly is dropped, it doesn't matter. But he didn't catch the ball. I know he didn't, but I know he didn't. It's still like, do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway.
Like what age level are you? Is this you're talking about? Like where are you?
I mean, but I mean, I've only done to JV. So I've been trying to get bigger games, but I've only done to JV. So no, I'm not doing older kids yet, but.
Okay. Yeah. So even go up to JV, more often than not, you have a guy who's just a parent or an assistant coach who doesn't know the rules. They think they know the rules.
Yeah.
And if they don't know the rules, the players likely don't know the rules. So when you talk about the infield fly thing, it's like, talk to your coach about that.
Yeah.
Just like, I'll tell you about it, but like, talk to your coach about it, because like, it's really important that the coaches learn the rules so that the players learn the rules, because when the coaches don't know the rules, they react to something incorrectly. And when they react that way, their players start to react that way, and then fans start to react that way. Where if they had just done if they'd known the rule in the first place, they would have curtailed all of that. And now you have a possible scene that doesn't need to be a scene.
Yeah, that's happened more than once.
It happens.
And
it happens.
But I think, to what Dan was saying, we've talked about this before with a lot of other umpires that we've had on, that our first games were all solo too. So I don't know about when you did it in 2018, but my first, I think, 2 months I was solo, and that was
so this
bananas.
This is crazy. What's going on? The shortage is wild.
Yeah,
it is absolutely insane, and I don't know the answers. I don't know how that gets fixed. When I first started, like, I know, Dan, this is your second year, you said?
Yeah.
And you're doing JV varsity?
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Right. My first year, Little League. Period.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what, back in the day.
My second year, Little League playoffs, Babe Ruth. Like, started climbing up, like, a little bit, So I slowly went up that mountain. And now, when I was
apparently I'm on that JV same mountain, varsity, so I'm bringing it back.
So when I was doing JV and just starting to do varsity, I was getting JV games by myself. But I had never gotten JV games by myself. It had always been like with somebody because we had enough umpires.
Yeah.
But now we don't. Yeah. And that's really, it stinks because now you have varsity level umpires that want to work JV because they get an extra $10 to work a lower level game because they're going to be alone. And I'd rather take less money to work a better game with another fellow umpire to
100%. But when you start and you're brand new and you haven't had much field experience, not knowing where to look, not kind of knowing where to be, it was the worst. It was like being thrown into the fire.
you are left. You should never be thrown in by yourself when you're first starting. I mean, you should not be.
Well, which is but that is happening. So right, and so the other side of that is how do we get a little bit more field training, because that is what's happening, right? And we don't have a solution as of right now. So how do we, I don't know, figure that out for folks? I don't know, coming up, because it's my second year too, and honestly, this is the first year I can say I'm entirely confident. And then I have a game where I fuck up, and then I'm like, and I'm no longer confident, right? Like,
it sounds like Dave. I've heard rumors that Dave, Tresca, Sam Finn, the board members of the MBUA, were talking about like a better process, or like for our meetings to have a better system for learning, as opposed to having like a guest speaker. Maybe we watch some videos like we do on the podcast, or break down certain plays, or have better field training. So I've heard rumors that they're working on ways to.
I think they've definitely heard the feedback, right? And so they're thinking about kind of what to do. Yeah. Because it isn't fair, because I think it makes new umpires not want to stick with it too, because you get yelled at a lot, and you feel stupid a lot. You feel stupid a lot. So,
and a lot of times you feel stupid when you shouldn't feel stupid, but people get in your head. And
that
like
is
you said
also
before,
true.
In the pre thing before I was on, you're talking about making a call, and then you hear people chirping, and you start questioning yourself, and you start doubting yourself, and you start thinking about different stuff like that. And it takes a while to get past that stage. It still never goes away.
No.
But you just kind of you got to learn how to just like tune it out and forget about it.
Yeah, I think it's a complexity of problems too. I think having more field training would obviously be beneficial to all of us, sure, but then it's also retaining these numbers that actually finish the course too, that actually go and then become umpires. Because what I'm learning is there are plenty of people that take these courses and then they don't even start, like they don't even get out there. So I mean.
Really?
It was surprisingly higher than I thought it was. So.
Yeah. Well, the thing with baseball is the money you get paid for baseball is not nearly as good as for other sports, because you get paid the same. Like for high school varsity sports, you get $95 for a varsity basketball game. You get $95 for a varsity baseball game. The varsity baseball game might be in the rain, slopping through mud for 3 hours.
Right.
Yes.
right.
And there's also way more rules. There's way more rules in baseball than any other
basketball.
sport.
Hour and a half, you're done.
Yeah.
Period. Like the clock runs out. Like when the game's over, guys.
Yeah.
You know.
And how much does basketball pay?
Same.
What do you get?
The varsity sports pay the same. Varsity basketball pays the same as varsity baseball. So it pays the same as varsity hockey or whatever else. I mean, there's a little bit more for football and whatnot, but like they're all pretty much the same.
Yeah.
So the fact that you can't get, same bang for the buck as you do for the sports for baseball, it's a lot more, because baseball is much more physical. It's much more strenuous.
More rules, way more rules.
More rules.
Rule sets.
A lot of different rule sets. Basketball is crazy too. Basketball is nuts as well. But you just don't get paid as well for baseball, and I think it turns a lot of people off.
Maddie, how long have you been officiating basketball, volleyball?
I got certified for basketball at the same time I did baseball. So when I was like, I'm going to do some umpiring, I'm like, I might as well referee basketball and check that out. So I did that for about 7 years as well, 7-8 years. Basketball, I took off the COVID year just because it was weird. Having to run around with a mask on, tell these kids to put a mask on. When these kids, they keep taking them off, you got to tell them to put it back on. It was just, it was terrible. Baseball, I still did because
you can't play basketball in
outside.
a mask.
No.
Yeah, you can't play basketball.
You can't really play any sport in a mask. That was a really hard ask, I think, to do.
But Maddie, you got most of your your walking legs right during COVID. What was that like? Like that couldn't have been fun.
I mean, I did some weird stuff during COVID with baseball, because they went through a phase of, they wanted you to umpire from behind the mound.
I remember that, yeah.
There's one point where they said, do not umpire behind the plate. And I said, I don't want to do this behind the mound. That doesn't...
Yeah. Right?
I'm not going to spit on your kids, I promise.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I'll wear a mask if I got to wear a mask. But, yeah, you just had to deal.
So weird.
It stunk. It wasn't fun, but at the same time, you're outside, so I didn't care. Like, I would wear a mask because it was the
it was
the thing to do, right?
Sure.
And I would sweat and throw another one on later on in the game and like keep going. So I didn't really care about that, but it made everything weird.
Yeah.
It made everything weird. Having to stop, kid, and you just pull over your nose, even though like you're not sneezing on.
Yeah.
It stunk. It stunk. So it wasn't like you didn't learn anything that year. It was just a different weird year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you kind of answered. Oh, sorry.
No,
I'm just glad it didn't last.
Yeah.
Oh, me too. God, could you imagine? No.
Right.
No, my son was playing baseball during COVID, and it was just, and then somebody got it, and then the whole team had to quarantine. It was just bananas trying to do it, and I think hindsight is 2020, but obviously it was a time when we were all kind of really worried about what was going on. We didn't know what was going to happen, and but now hindsight, it's like, oh God, I can't. It was like the Twilight
That's
Zone.
been 5 years ago.
No,
that's crazy.
It's no, and I can't even imagine having little ones at that time, like little ones at that time.
That's wild.
Oh yeah, we had just moved to North Reading, where we live now. We had just moved up here before my daughter was going to do preschool, and preschool was like, it might be virtual. So we're like, I don't know how that makes any sense. So we're not going to pay for that.
No,
Right?
we are leaving.
Yeah, that was strange. That was very strange.
Yeah, walking on the opposite sides of the street and Jesus.
I know.
You have to go up the odd lanes at the grocery store and down the even lanes.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, if we could not go down this lane of like those like, but
the traffic was great. The traffic
the traffic was amazing. If there was anything that was awesome, it was the traffic.
Right.
That was and now it's horrible again. But you've kind of mentioned this a little bit. But could you elaborate a little bit more for us? Like, you sound like you love what you're doing. You talk about it with such passion. But I'm wondering, and we've all had this conversation ourselves and offline, but has it been as fulfilling for you as an umpire as it was as a player? Like, do you feel that same sense of kind of fulfillment? And like I said, you talked about it a little bit, but maybe.
I mean, playing baseball is just fun.
Yeah.
Like it's just fun. Like I could play any position. I can handle any position. Like, oh, you want someone right field? I'll go do that. I'll go chase down fly balls. I'll catch. You need me to catch? I'll catch. Like, loved it.
Yeah.
Had fun just being there, being with the guys. It was a blast. I would say that I probably enjoy umpiring about the same, only because I'm far better at umpiring than I was at playing. Which is like, I guess, like a weird flex or whatever you want, whatever. But
flex, baby.
Like,
so now it's called aura farming. I don't know if you guys need to know this, but aura farming. Yeah, okay. You're welcome.
What?
I'm into that.
Yeah. Listen, the teenagers are telling me these things, and I'm listening. Okay.
What?
That's right.
What does that even mean?
Doesn't make
like you're farming a vibe, right? Like you're farming an aura, like you're creating. Like, think about it, like you're farming, right? Like you're planting things to come to fruition. So now you're aura vibe. You're aura farming.
Generation is fucked.
Listen, wait, stop it. We had stupid things that we said too.
It makes you feel good, you know?
Aura farming.
Yeah. We said wicked.
Exactly. We said on Dead Dogs. They say aura farming. I think they sound a little bit better than we did. I'm just saying. We said kid.
Undead Dogs was not around when we were kids. That was.
Oh, that was around when I was a kid.
Really?
Well, I'm
Undead Dogs.
I think I'm 5. Yeah, Undead Dogs. Although that's coming back, and I love it. But I'm 5 years younger than you guys.
I remember Gibbs saying that when he was teaching. Like,
yeah.
Kids would all
But
say
no,
that.
it's coming back. The kids are saying it now. And I remember Matt, I'm a school psychologist. So I have at the high school. So I have kids who come in and, they're venting. And they're like, Miss, Undead Dogs, Undead. And I stopped her and I was like, is that coming back? Is that really coming back? And she was like, what's wrong with you?
Don't applaud
I left. But she's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm listening. I'm just excited. Miss Angie's just excited. Like,
that's so
I'm going to look into that because I have any idea what that is.
Yeah. It's like on my dead homies.
Yeah, you're like, if you're telling the truth, right? So instead of saying, like, I swear to God on my mother, right?
Oh,
it's
I gotcha.
on dead dogs, like on my dead boys, I didn't do X, right? So it's just, it's just a different.
Believe this.
On God.
Exactly. No cap.
Right.
No cap.
Who starts this shit? Who starts this shit?
I don't know, but I live for it because when kids, I'm going to sidetrack for a second. When kids feel like they can teach you something and you value them for whatever, I don't care how old they are, for whatever it is they're teaching you, right? Like, I don't care, you have a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, and they're like, look, I made this pizza. And you're like, oh, show me how to make pizza. Dude, you make them feel so good. So when my kids come in and they say all that stuff, I'm like, oh, tell me how to say that. Oh, did I say it the right way? And then they just feel so good about themselves. So listen, psych hack.
Yeah,
this is a life hack too. Do that with people. You do that with people, you make them feel important, dude, they will love you forever. You want somebody to do you a favor? I got you. It's all life hacks.
That's why you haven't had any ejections yet.
I know. I'm going to have one, and it's going to be in Arlington. I'm just calling it now, and I'm calling it like it is.
Yeah, Matt, we had an ejection counter that we were going to display on the podcast. And then we weren't sure. Yeah. We weren't sure if that was something that we should be kind of promoting or advertising.
So
even though it's a joke.
What's anytime ejection count?
Yeah, so anytime that one of us has an ejection, the counter goes up.
Okay.
But we are a podcast by umpires for umpires. I think it's fine. That's my take.
We're not trying to throw anyone out.
No.
It's not like we're trying to purposely raise this hobby.
But it's part of the game.
Yes.
Any good umpire is never trying to throw anybody out.
Right.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So all four of these are gibbs.
Of just the 4 of you?
3 of us.
So there's 3 of us.
It's all you, Gib?
It should be so.
It's all.
Yeah, it's all Gibbs.
Wow.
Even though he's been doing it for
Dan and I haven't pulled yet. Yeah.
A year more than we have.
Yeah, you've had a year more than us. Yes.
Yeah.
I've given many warnings.
So you better step it up next year then.
How many of you had? How many of you had? I don't think you said you had any, right?
I've had 0.
Yeah.
Wow.
See. Yeah.
I would have had 1 had I known exactly how the ejections work. And quickly, I'll explain. I had a Babe Ruth game in Everett, and long story short, it was a very short backstop. The third base coach was our head coach. He kept on running his kids into outs over and over and over and over again, like pass ball 6 feet behind, send them home, and they're out by 10 feet. He was so mad at himself and me just because I was there. And the game ended on a batter interference on a throw down at third base. And I called it out, and he flipped out, lost his mind. And the game was over. So I'm walking off the field. He's like, "You'll never ump again. I'm gonna do this, all that." And I didn't know that until I'm off the field, I can still say, "You're out." I can still toss you out.
Yeah.
Until I'm gone. The game doesn't have to still be going on. Had I known that, I would have, just because this guy had just gone out of his mind. But I didn't, and that was really the only time I would have. I don't think I've really been very close. Maybe a couple times I may have, or probably should have been a little closer to it, but I'm not, like you said, I'm not going for that. I try to talk through things and just smooth things out, and let's keep playing baseball.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
We try.
So
but thoughts on the counter, right? We're an umpire podcast. It's part of it, right? It's a good thing. Maybe not a good thing. I think it's right. I think we should have it.
You're not bragging. It's not flashing and fluorescent. It's just
it is what it is.
Come on, I was like,
it's
like 6 now, guys. What happened over the last couple of weeks? So who got it? Yeah.
And then we get to talk about it. Yeah, I agree.
But Ange and I don't have enough, or we haven't had one yet to make it.
Or maybe we should have, at one point we should have a check-in and I'm just a total underneath. Yeah, exactly. Little check underneath us. Yeah, little check marks. But I also think, Gib, you have done a lot more games than us. You really have. And I think you've seen more than us. And maybe if we did have, and I don't know, Matt, maybe you're an anomaly, but we... I think have been in situations where we've all felt very disrespected, where honestly we probably should have said something and didn't. So
I was the first to admit I wish I could have the last situation in which my last 2 happened, but all of them I've had before that, I wouldn't have done anything differently. So kind of is what it is,
Yeah,
and
totally.
That being said, I was at the end of it was game 20 of a 20 games in a week bender, it was, I was cooked. I would have been the first to admit it, so, but hey, it kind of comes with the territory.
Yeah.
But I think I know that I'm jumping ahead a little bit, and Dan, I don't know, it's actually we have a little color coded sheet, Matt, but I feel like it fits in here, right? Like we've had in this game an uptick in aggression, in kind of yelling at umpires, and this feeling like people can say whatever they want to say.
Yes.
And with zero ejections, like what is your take on how we handle this?
Yeah, it's like a normal thing. Like you never hear fans telling other fans to stop yelling at them. It's like it's just a thing people do. No one's going to your defense. You're the only one that can defend yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
How do you handle difficult situations, bud?
I think I've applied the same kind of philosophy to baseball and volleyball that I learned in basketball. Basketball is the worst because the coach is right on top of you. The fans are right on top of you. Like they're not behind the bleachers, 60 yards away. They're like right there, and they get in your face. They yell. Yeah. So what I was taught was to, you hear things, you ignore it, and after you've heard the coach complain a little bit, then you acknowledge it. You say, "Coach, I hear you. I'm all set." It keeps going, then you penalize. So you got to filter out, hearing someone saying like, "Oh, come on, that was a strike" or something like that. You can't, because every single time that person obviously is a fan of the pitcher or something like that. Like there were calls in a game I had today. I mean, like wildly not even close to strikes, and parents are like, "Oh, come on, Blue!" in the first inning. And I'm like, "Geez, really? We're starting this now?"
Yeah.
But you ignore it, and you just ignore it. You do your own thing. There are certain things that you have to address, and more so with younger level games up to high school, is like vulgarity. You hear parents swearing or people yelling at a player in the other team or something like that. You nip it in the bud right away. You just say like, "I'm not going to be listening to this. You're going to be respectful, or we'll have you, escort it out." And I have not had to do a lot of preventative maintenance in that regard, but I feel like I've done a good job of doing it when I've had the opportunity to do it. And I
kind of quelling the flames before they brew.
Absolutely. It's not something you really learn. It's just something you develop after doing it more.
Yeah.
Because like when you hear someone chirping about that strike call and the next pitch you're thinking about it again, I don't even think about that person, that chirp anymore. Like I was like, what? Forget it, whatever. Next pitch coming in, it's gone. And it just takes time to get to that point.
Yeah.
Everyone, if there's a close play, half the people there are going to be upset, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you can't put stock in any of that kind of stuff. So I just try to identify things that this is something that could get out of control, or this is something that like if I let that happen, then that's going to happen, and then it's going to start over. We're going to talk. I brought coaches together and said, like, "Coach, talk to your players. I don't want to hear another word towards a player in the other team. Oh, well, they're friends. They know each other. I don't care. I don't care about that. They're not friends out here. If you're on the other team. So I get it. Keep it clean. That kind of stuff. And usually, if you address it early enough, it's not a problem.
So this mix of like kind of like a proactive approach, but also it sounds like you're very direct with them, which I think is really helpful when you're talking to adults, because I think you need to treat adults like kids sometimes and treat the kids like they're adults, and generally like you're going to have a better game.
There are when you go and work an AAU game, 15U, 16U, whatever, there are 2 adults on the field. That's it. Home plate umpire, base umpire. Everybody else there is a child. They're all screaming for their kid. They're all doing, and like I get it.
For their $1,000 that they just threw out on those baseball gloves, that new bat.
Right.
Yeah.
The ice cream drip, like batting gloves, all that kind of stuff. Like just the crazy, all the money they're spending, and they want to live vicariously through their kid. Like just you can't pay attention to them. They're all children.
Right. Like your $500 bat can't solve your $2 swing, kiddo. Sorry.
Right. It's like, oh, my kid finally got in to pinch hit in the 7th inning.
Yeah.
And he struck out. I just traveled
it's your fault.
600 miles to come see this. Like, I need to yell or something to get out of my system. And you gotta stay on your game, and you gotta just focus on what you're doing. Let your job speak for itself.
Sorry. So you've never had an ejection in volleyball or basketball either? So like in all of your officiating, 0 ejections?
Volleyball, I just started last year. So I'm just about to start my second year of that.
Volleyball isn't like too much of you don't hear much about that, but maybe I'm wrong. Are there fights that break out in volleyball games?
I have not seen a fight break out in a volleyball game.
Like at a polo match. I don't know.
But volleyball coaches can be like any other coach, where they're gonna test you, they're gonna push your buttons, they're gonna just see what they can get away with. So that happens at every level of every sport.
Yeah.
Volleyball is very peaceful. Like everyone's pretty much. Yeah. Again, as long as you're doing a decent, consistent job.
Yeah.
It's a cakewalk.
Yeah.
But basketball, I've had to warn a couple coaches a couple times, saying like, "All right, coach, I've heard you plenty of times about that. I don't want to hear it again. If I do, this will end differently." And it usually just shuts them up. The only time I had to throw anybody out, I had to throw out 2 parents this past fall in the finals of a 6th grade basketball tournament. It was a scene. It was a scene. A whole bunch of stuff went down. Parents were coming onto the court, yelling at each other. "I'm gonna F and mother F and you won't go outside," and this kind of stuff. And the site administrator was like a high school kid, and he's just like, "I don't know what to do here." I'm like, "Well, you have to go over there and tell his parents to shut down and shut up because this is 6th grade basketball. Like, the adults."
I can't.
And he's like, I can't go. I'm like, "I'll go with you. I'll go with you." So I just walked and said, "Okay, everybody can please calm down." I'm just sitting kind of laughing to myself as it's going on. But parents just go, they go over the moon sometimes. Like the language from these two parents was. Afterward, I was like, "All right, listen, you and you guys got to leave. Like the way you guys were just talking and the scene, you guys just got to go." And they left. We had to call the cops. Like it was, Jesus. It was bananas.
What? Yeah. That is wild.
And then the kids follow in their footsteps. You know,
they do, and that is the worst.
I think it's acceptable.
Yeah, the coach is doing it, the parents are doing it.
You just said a whole group of them.
Yeah.
But I've never pointed at any player or coach or anyone and said, "You're out of here.
You're gone."
Haven't done it. It'll happen. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's a lie. That is a lie. I did it in a basketball game.
Ejection count is going up.
Oh,
for basketball,
ejection counter goes up.
Okay.
Hey, we will.
This was one of those situations where the coach was trying to get thrown out. Like he complained about something a couple times, and I was like, "Coach, your players are it's their fault what they're doing." I heard you, coach.
Was it Barry Bonds who did that at a game because his wife was like giving birth? So like he took like some high, it was like a high fastball or something, right? And he was just like, "What the?" And then he kicked him out.
Someone was telling us a story recently of a coach that wanted to get thrown out. Like he was telling the umpire, "Throw me out."
To look good. Who was that? Yeah, that was. Yeah, I forget who that was. That was somebody recently, though.
I mean, who's the Braves coach? Years and years.
Bobby Cox.
Bobby Cox, yes, he used to do that.
Bobby Cox.
I'm gonna scream for a minute and say, "Just throw me out."
I need to fire up my team.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I always think of what's her face? Kim was it Mulkey? She's LSU's basketball coach.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? She's fire. I love her. Like I don't watch basketball that often, but when I see her like videos where they have like that, like, you know, what's that song that they always Freebird playing in the background, and she's just like slamming her like fist down on the floor. That would get me pumped up as a player. But you can do that respectfully as a coach. You don't need to treat the umpire like shit or make some scene. Like you can get your people pumped. And I think there's an art form to that, why some good coaches are really good coaches, and some need theatrics. And I think that when you need theatrics, that says something about your coaching style.
It's the same thing as umpiring. It's like it's also an art form.
Correct.
Like, because you're managing the game, so you have to kind of like keep things together, just
learning
like a coach would.
Learning how to talk to coaches and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think it matters who you take. Sorry, Gibby. Who you take advice from, though, because I've met some umpires who are like, "Don't talk to the kids, don't say anything to the kids, just walk off the field." And I'm like, that feels icky, but okay. You know, when I was first starting out. And then I work with some other umpires who, you know, chat with the kids or like, well, you know, just wait till the game's over and they don't just leave. They give kids a fist bump. And I'm like, okay, like I'm trying to find my own style and my own rhythm. But it feels like it's all a learning curve with your own style, but to create the game that you want to create, that you don't have to create somebody else's game.
It's never going to change. The way, as long as you want to keep improving and keep working at it, the way you work a game, your art form, if you will, is always going to evolve.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about the call it strike three earlier, and I never like it went through just like strike three and then do this and like this kind of punch out or whatever. And then I don't know what happened. It was a couple of years ago, and it's in one game I adopted for a strike three call. It was a bit of Angel Hernandez, right? Where he does this thing where it's like he throws the arm up.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Just for this, but he would do like the arm up and then down and then strike three. Like he'd do it again. In one game, I just strike three. I just went strike, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And then I just and then I did the pull out for three from there, and that's just kind of how it stuck. Like I didn't plan it. It's what it works for me right now. It's what I like. Nobody.
What'd you do?
Nobody questions whether or not I'm calling a strike because I'm usually pretty loud, and I try to maintain the same mechanics. So even if you can't hear me, you can still see what I'm doing. You can tell.
Yep.
But you always change. You're always learning. Every game there's something to find where it's like, where could I have been positioned better, or what happened on this play? Why did I miss that, or stuff like that.
And a lot of
if you're thinking about those things after a game, then like I want to work with you because you're thinking about it. So you're trying to get better. And those are the absolute best people to work with, the people that actually want to get better, regardless of how good they are. They want to keep getting better.
But a lot of that too, Matty, goes, and this was going to be my next question anyways, was like learning or having those mentors. And the three of us have talked about it all the time, about like the couple of people that we could rely on, especially when we first started to the amount of times that me and Tommy have talked on the phone my first year, just about plays or what happened or what I was thinking or what position I was.
Yep.
Right.
Golden. I will forever be grateful my entire life. I don't care how many hours. It was just every single play he was willing to talk to me about everything.
Yeah.
Who was this?
And
Tommy
Cruz.
just your person? Tommy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He still is. I'll call him up and
that's cool.
This is what happened, you know, and I mean, he is the best. And
likewise,
Carl,
sorry. Yeah, I was going to say, I would play by play go over my games with Carl after every game. And this is where I think I fucked up and like, what should I have done? And how did I, like, play by play every game, even now.
Did you see Carl got his first Cape game behind home plate?
Behind the dish, yeah. He did his first one on the bases a while ago and then did his first one behind the dish, He did not want his stat tracks. I was
really?
like, what? Yes.
Oh, I'd be all over that.
And he said that because I was talking about it, he said that they get them in the college games. He could have been getting them this whole time. He doesn't want to see them. I was like,
really?
okay.
But
I was like, what? I want to see them. Nope.
Wow.
He didn't want them.
I'm not sure how high did Carl go with college? Because I do D3. I've never heard of.
He's still doing it.
The stat tracks being available for it. I know he's still doing it. But I've never said.
Or maybe I'm thinking of the futures. I don't know. There's one other one that he's been doing. Sense. I'll ask him. So it's probably the futures. Yeah. That he said he could have been getting them in.
Okay.
Yeah.
My question was going to be, who did you lean on early on?
Well, my early on is kind of like where your early on is now, where I got into a place where I'm doing like high school varsity games, adult league games, and whatnot. Because my early on was, like I said, I was doing little league and stuff for 3 years. So I was. There's no mentors when you're down there. You know, you're just learning the game. You're learning how to communicate with the players and the coaches and how to manage the game and that kind of stuff like that. When I came up here and I started doing high school and I started getting the high school stuff, you had Richie Cabral on not too long ago.
Yeah, Richie's great.
Richie from the start has been one of my go-to guys. Like when I was talking about maybe wanting to do college ball, he's like, yeah, anytime you have any questions about a player, I've called about plays. I've texted him about like, hey, what would you do in this situation? Like he was great. Another guy is Jim Byrne. Another college guy is a basketball guy. I mean, there's really so many. And of course, I'll leave people out, but I'm not going to just keep naming people because
it's not the Emmys. Don't worry, it's not the Emmys.
Right.
Okay.
They all know who they are. Like,
but
I've worked with a lot of guys who I told Dan, I told Matt this. Like, I will ask. I don't care if this is your third game. I will ask you after the game. You got anything for me? What do you think? Was there anything I did that was weird? Do you not know what I was doing? Do you think I was in the wrong spot? Why did I do something? Or like, do you think I did something wrong? Like, just whatever you got. And I don't care how experienced you are. I will listen to you, and I will see if it works for my game, if it makes sense, or if I just think you're a lunatic. And I'll be like, all right, sounds great. Hopefully I'll see you again. You know. So,
but it's amazing how hard it is for people to do that. Because I'll say to people all the time, like, what do you have for me? Like, what did I do? You know, how was I? And they kind of look at me. I'm like, it's not going to hurt my feelings. Like, just tell me what advice you have. Yeah. And I did a game with Dave Tresca, and he gave me some great advice. And I was like, thank you. This is exactly, what I needed to hear.
It's like an Umpire code thing. It's like almost an Umpire code thing that you do not offer advice that isn't solicited.
Yeah.
You don't say like, hey, your zone was a little this. Like you just it's your zone, it's your game. Like we're working together.
Okay, so what if you're that person's partner, and your partner is say behind home plate, not giving the count, not even using an indicator, forgetting.
I was with you all weekend.
Forgetting the count. Forgetting the count. Clearly aggravating, the coaches who are looking at me like.
Allegedly.
What do you do in that? That it's hard to keep your mouth shut.
We'll call them difficult partners.
Yes.
I gotcha. I mean, there's different kinds of difficult partners. Like there's what you just described, which is more of a. It's not something difficult. That's just like I don't know what's happening. What are you talking about? You don't have a clicker. You don't do this. Like that doesn't make any sense. You just try to get through the game. If it's in-game stuff where it's like, why don't you have a count? Okay, you need to keep the count. Like it's not my job.
Yeah,
I'm on a base.
Never put the ball back in play. Like simple things.
It also depends on the level of game that you're working. If it's a little league game, like you might just be like, all right, you're talking to me like, okay, do you want to work on some stuff? Or like, what's going on?
This was a showcase. I mean, this was a showcase.
So you're in a position where someone should know what they're doing.
Yes.
At that point, you just once he says, I don't carry a clicker. That's your job.
Or I'm relying on the scoreboard.
Or I'm relying on the scoreboard. Then it's like, okay, enjoy your game. I'll see you after the 7th inning.
And it's frustrating because
there's nowhere to go with that.
Yeah, and it's frustrating knowing, we're all trying to become better umpires, and then you got someone, out there at the same level of us, or even higher, not even doing the simple things that he or she should be doing.
Hey, women, don't throw women into this one. It's only me. So we know who you're talking about, and I'm not doing that shit.
No, it's not. It's not Angie, obviously. But yeah, it's frustrating. And I know there's a shortage going on, and right now Walter's happy to have someone who's breathing out there, but it's just
he's
frustrating.
Forced into that situation.
Yeah.
The sheer volume of games that need to be assigned umpires, and just the number of umpires that are out there. Yeah. Because, again, nobody wants to be sweating their butt off for 3 hours getting yelled at by parents for $75 for 3 hours.
Yeah.
But that only seemed to change after. But only seemed to. Well, I don't. So we've talked about this, and most people say that they don't think money is the solution. That paying umpires more money would exactly fix the problem.
I don't know if it would either.
Well, it's I think if you added $10 a game, it's not going to fix the problem. If you added like 50% to it, it might fix the problem because you're going to have more people interested in. I mean, and then you have to have leagues where it's like, listen, I'm not going to use you with the game where you make $150 unless you're a good umpire, and that's going to force people to learn and be better and play better. And there should be. When I was in the Yawkey League for a handful of years, I ran the Yawkey League Dodgers, Boston Dodgers, Beacon Hill Dodgers, whatever Dodgers. We had so many names. But I ran that team, and when I ran that team, Dave McKay, the president of the league, said, "Hey, here is the arbiter site. You can go on here and you can basically give a review of your umpires." And then after the first year, I asked Dave, I was like, "So is any feedback happen with that?" He's like, "No, you were the only person that ever used it."
Yeah,
Maddie, would you use it? Would you put comments on it after every game?
Yeah.
Like whether they were on time or how professional they were, or right?
Yeah, and I would be like nice. Like if someone showed up 20 minutes before the game, I was like, "Oh, well, he wasn't here till 20 minutes before the game." Like,
sure,
I have a job, I have a life. Like sometimes I can't get there till 20 minutes before the game.
Right,
that's not a problem,
right?
So like
whether
nothing like that.
Game.
Yeah, and
I think that would make a huge difference.
I think it would make
Sorry, I didn't mean
a
to cut you.
gigantic difference.
Yeah,
I think it would.
I would be honest. I was like, I think he had a tough night. I wouldn't say like this guy, you mother this, he missed this.
Well,
call.
I think the fear was that people would only comment negatively. Like very rarely would you have.
So you're gonna get that.
And that's the thing is you're only gonna get those negative comments, which is why when I started doing it, I was like, I want to do it after each game, regardless of how things went. I want to give feedback for every single.
Given I wanted to start something like that for the BMBL.
But then you got to get all the coaches to buy in and do it, and it's hard enough getting them just to put in the scores at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's not gonna work from that kind of standpoint. There needs to be a different approach where leagues can reach out to. I mean, the commissioners of leagues should be talking to their teams.
Yeah.
Like, that's where it should all be. Like
Mm-hmm.
the commissioner of the league should give feedback to the umpire group, say like, this is what we've heard about these guys, this is what we've heard about these guys, but you have to mine the information somewhere. Like if you just leave it up to the coaches and the players to give you reviews, hold your breath. You know, you're not going to get anything useful that way.
And I think we've also talked. Sorry, Dan, but we've also talked about like people who are part of the MBUA just having people go evaluate. Right, and getting an evaluation and kind of being able to know where you're at, what you need to work on, and how to get better. But just to know that somebody's watching so that you're moving up, you know? Because some people seemingly move up, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm a way better umpire than that, and I'm not getting that game. Or,
And this is twofold, though, too, because this is important, too. If that's going to happen, too, then those umpires should know well in advance that so-and-so is coming to watch them, too. Like, it shouldn't be...
I don't know. I wouldn't want to know.
I don't want to get into anything either, though, but...
I disagree, respectfully.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know that. I wouldn't want to know.
I don't... It's not that I don't want... I mean, if I was working, I would want to know. But in terms of from the other side, I would not want the umpire to know I'm coming to watch him. Because then, today he's going to have a little
I'm going to try harder.
Yeah. Right. Then he's going to show up an hour earlier. That's true. Yeah.
You're not going to get, like... his honest game. Like he's going out. How's he treating this game like any other game? Is he giving his best? Is he just kind of mailing it in? Does he have pants? Like, whatever. You gotta evaluate them when they don't know they're being evaluated.
So how did you receive feedback back in 2018? Because that was back when there was no shortage and things were a little different. So how did you know how well you were doing? Like as an umpire?
I ask questions all the time.
So like your partner?
My partner, when I would work with him, I used to text Walter, reach out to Walter, and be like, Walter, I mean, you get any feedback from anybody? Like anything to tell? I want to know.
So did he answer? Because I've asked him that. And
no.
We haven't. Yeah.
No.
So why is that such a secret? I've asked this time and time again. Why is
I don't think it's a secret.
Well, why can't you know that information?
Do you think maybe it just doesn't happen?
That information?
Yeah.
Well, you said you asked him directly, as did I.
No, but he's not at the games.
No, but he gets...
Yeah, I'm saying, like, maybe he doesn't know.
My understanding is he gets feedback from the coaches. Like, he knows. I've been told numerous times.
So?
He said
he knows.
He only gets feedback
Walter knows everything.
From guys that don't do well or someone that pissed off a coach. That's the only feedback he's going to get.
Yep.
I guarantee he's never on a phone call and saying, hey, that guy out there today.
Yeah.
But he knows who his good umpires are. I mean...
He does. He does. Because he also works with Nick Zabelli, with CBUAO, and
so someone's talking.
He filters college umpires to Nick. So they know who's good, who's working 20 hours or 20 games in a week. Yeah. They know what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems to be like this. We're told you'll see how well you're doing in your next assignment.
Which is partially true. If you're getting games, then like you're a good umpire. Like there's something to that, right?
Well, you want to think that, but then going back to what I was saying earlier, then you work with a partner who isn't doing the basic stuff, doing the same level, and it's like, well, what am I missing here?
I've told this kid time and time again, you keep worrying about yourself too, right? You want to do a good job. Yes, you're reliant on your partner, but you worry about yourself.
I do. But then it makes me just question, like...
I know, but I'm not concerned about anyone else. I love all you guys, but I'm really just concerned about myself and doing a good job.
At least you're honest, Skip.
Hey,
I like the honesty.
I want to get better. I'm passionate about this, but
we
at
all
the end of
do.
the day, Danny's not putting food on my table.
I mean,
have you asked him?
Of course I have.
He'd buy Mickey D's for the kids. Come on, Dan, buy those kids McDonald's.
Well, I've definitely brought food over to his house.
He knows I love.
No, I think that it's more than just a one size fits all solution, right? I think that we're obviously not Walter's only 4 umpires. I think he's probably getting shit from a lot of people. I think that he's also assigning a shit ton of games, and I think that there's only so much you can prioritize. So I don't think that it's necessarily an issue of him not doing this or this not happening. I think that as a whole, there needs to be some sort of restructuring of responsibilities, especially if they want to keep good umpires and keep moving people forward. And if there's some way that we can move up in the right way, because again, and Dan, I hear you, because I didn't have any games this weekend, yet I feel like I've been killing it this month, honestly, in games. So then I think, shit, like, did I do something wrong? Did he hear something? But I've had like seamless games and like great games, but
and
it can't just be that, right?
Seeing that,
I am
that
big in his universe.
Yeah, but you want to know that someone is seeing that. Like it's like working for a company and your boss praises you for doing a good job. Like
I mean,
for
you would hope so, but
for umpires who want to get better, we want that. For umpires who don't care or are just there for a paycheck, they're not gonna.
But then I think that's what listen, we are aura farming, right? We are cultivating that.
Aura farming.
We are,
right.
but I'm saying but the reason, one of the reasons why we started this podcast is because this is what we needed, right? We needed to hear from older umpires. We needed advice. We needed to hear what they would do with X, Y. Well, more experience.
I am.
Couple years.
But we needed that. We've cultivated that. And now we're in this place of like
lighting the path.
Exactly. And I think hopefully younger umpires are listening to us. I don't know if they are, or less experienced, but I think that what we're doing here is a part of the solution.
Yeah.
And now we just need people to send in questions and all that stuff so we can get some. So if you're listening and you have questions, ask us.
I think it's great. You're just talking about it. It's just you're having a chat. You're having a post-game breakdown with your partner, except you're just doing it every Sunday night. And I love doing that. I love having the post-game chat. I love Matt, you're at your car. I just slid my chair over, plopped right down, and I'm like, all right, let's talk about
it. It's
some
awesome.
stuff.
I need to get a chair.
I
need to get a chair.
Yes, you have to get a chair.
Oh my God, you don't have a chair.
It's a must.
No, I need to get a chair. I know. Right now I have a Red Sox blanket that I put on the back of my trunk, and then I change because I don't want to get my butt dirty.
Get a chair. Gotta get a chair.
I'm going to get a chair.
Absolutely. You gotta get a chair. Dan's got to get some equipment. I think you're good so far from what I can tell, but we'll keep looking.
Yeah.
But speaking of the post game and the pre game, so first time I worked with Matt was a few weeks ago. We did a Yawkey League game, and I knew he was experienced, been doing it for 8 years, but you were intense, like when we first met, and he's like, come sit down. We did the pregame, and he's like drilling me with, all right, first and second, run around second. Where are you positioned? What's the hand signals? I'm like, holy shit. But it was good. It was like, putting the pressure on.
I just want to know. I want to know what I'm. It's not like I'm like testing you to see if you're like.
No, I know. I know.
I worked the plate behind you that one game. You mentioned you were just starting your umpire and you're doing this, and I saw I was working with you. So I was like, all right, I just want to make sure that like we have the same fundamental level of signals. Right, and you had indicated to me you were wondering about positioning and stuff like that. So we just ran through some situations. You just put you here, and we talked throughout the game.
Yeah.
Like the pregame, I mean, when you're doing, again, Little League, other stuff like that, you're pretty much doing the same thing every time. But as you go up, like the pregame is more and more important. You want to know the same hand signals, because if you give a hand signal, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, all right, we got to figure out what this is, because like, if you tell me he's going to be doing something and I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, it went through a lot of that. And at the lower levels, you work with a lot of people who have their own kind of hand signals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as you go up higher, you work with good varsity high school games. You'll have guys that know what the mechanics should be.
Yeah.
And the mechanics are pretty like, this is what you got to do. And there's like a little wiggle room for just your own flair or panache or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But like, signaling timing play is signaling a timing play. Like you got to know how to do it. So everybody knows that you know what you're talking about and you're on the same page. So pre-gaming is huge. You might be working with someone who can't move very well. And if you're on the bases, typically the home plate umpire, if there's a run on first, is going to take third on a base hit.
Yep.
But if you're with a guy who can't move too well, I'll say, listen, I can run. I'll take that. I'll come across. You got to pre-game to make sure you know what you can both do to make sure everything is covered at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to know what you see when a swing, a drop strike three. I need to know if the ball's on the ground or not.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see that from behind the plate. So all those things are very important just to, from a fundamental basic level, make sure you're in the best position to start the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you move on, like throughout that game, Dan, I mean, right, we would meet every couple innings, whatever, and just like say, hey, when you do this, maybe do this a little bit differently. Like maybe think about like doing this and
But it was nerve wracking because I've never been evaluated like you evaluate, and I wanted that.
You weren't evaluated. I'm not an evaluator. That's not what I am.
Well, but
I've just been doing it for 7-8 years, and I picked up things. I think, and I have a lot to learn. I know I have a lot to learn. But when it comes to mechanics, I learned the mechanics. Like basketball mechanics are very specific. Volleyball mechanics are wildly specific, like how they want you to do things in a very, very, very specific way. And I dig mechanics. Like if I know I'm doing that part right, I'm doing most of the job right, and the rest is just learning the game. And you got to have the mechanics down, and once you have that, everything is just a moving piece from there. I mean, there was one play where Dan, you came up the line for a ground ball to come up for the play at first for a pulled foot or a swipe tag or whatever, and you came out about 5-10 feet into the field. And I was like, just stay on the line. You want to be on the line. You want to be right down at the feet. Little stuff like that. And
can I just tell you, the first time I did a game with somebody who did that, honestly, it was Tresca. It was Dave Tresca. And so this was like a month ago, right? Where the first time I worked with a partner who ran up the line, and he comes running up the line, and I went, what? Like, what are you doing? And then I made my call, but then I was like, and I looked at him. So then I went back, after the inning, and I was like, so do you just do that every every hit? And he was like, yeah. He's like, your partner should run up it. And I said, oh, he goes, because you looked a little shocked. I said I was. I was a little shocked.
Not a lot of umpires do it.
No, and so and it was the first one I've ever worked with. That exactly, and I literally was like, my face was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and I almost got nervous. Like, did you see something that I didn't see? Are you coming to call something that I did? Like, I had no idea.
That is why they do that, to check for the tag, if there's a potential tag.
Right. So in my head, I was just like, I'm just gonna make my call. So I called him out, and then like I said, I went and I checked in with them, and he was like, no, that's what you're supposed to do. I was like, oh, okay, great.
And
nobody's ever done that before. So now, so then I started doing it because that's what I. But again, these are the little things that you don't learn in the class.
You can't.
So and like we said, you can't. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
And not everybody went to Tommy Clue's class. Right. Some people went to different classes. Like I worked with a guy who came from New York, and it wasn't totally different, but he definitely had different styles in which he did some things. And I was like, oh, okay, I like that. I don't like that. I'm going to pick that up. I'm not going to do that. But,
exactly.
I think that's a part of that's the experience part of umpiring that I think we want when we first start, but we can't get it unless we've done it for a long time.
You have to cut your teeth for a while.
Yeah.
Before you put yourself in a position where you're working with people who can give you the tips that you're going to need, that you're going to hold on to move forward. Like right now, you're learning the pace of the game. You're learning how to manage the game. You're learning how to add the strike zone. You're learning how to keep kids moving. You're learning how to keep all those stupid kids in the dugout because they keep coming out of that damn dugout when they're not supposed to come out of that damn dugout. It drives me crazy. I had to yell at the teams twice today.
Sitting on the bucket.
You learn all that kind of stuff, but then you work with Dave Tresca. He comes run up the line, and you're like, what the hell is he doing? And he tells you, like, oh, and now you come running up the line every time.
Yeah.
And maybe sometime you'll work with someone, you'll come inside the field too much run up the line, and they'll be like, hey, you should be on the line. And you hone that, but that's all it is. Then you hone the skills a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
That's the best part, is like you learn the rules, and you start to get to the point where a lot of the things that you do become second nature.
Yeah, and more confident. I think the more confidence part is people, because they know, they can smell it. Like they can smell if you don't have confidence on a call or on something, and then that's when
anything close, you gotta sell it. Bang bang play at first base.
Gibby told me that.
Even if you don't know it.
Yeah, he said yell it loud and say it. And I was like, okay. But even Richie Cabral with squeeze your indicator. Yeah.
Oh, that was
right. Wasn't it Rich who told us that?
Catch.
That was Joe Catch. Yeah.
That's the second.
Yeah. Which?
What did he say?
He said when you're calling balls and strikes, squeeze your indicator before you call it.
Oh, that's right.
Because to help slow yourself down. And I was like, oh yeah, like that's a good physical one that I can remember. Of course, I haven't remembered to do it yet, but I will at some point.
Whatever way you can figure out how to slow yourself down. Yeah. That's all it is. Like he said, squeeze it. Like I was talking about these guys. Like I wait for the ball to hit the glove. I try to give myself a beat and then make my call from there. Because when as you get quicker, then you start making calls too quickly. and then you realize, oh, if I give myself a second, I could have seen that better, and I could
Yep.
have given the
Yep.
right call and not get yourself
Yep.
into a hole. You know.
Yep. Yep. Totally.
But you keep at it. I mean, as long as you all three of you, obviously, you want to keep getting better. You want to learn more. So as long as you keep doing that, if you're open to the advice that people give you, and you just from there, it's really just a matter of applying the right pieces of advice to your game and executing it. Yeah. And if you do that, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we send each other plays all the time, and I think we have our group text. We're constantly talking about rules and positions, and I think the three of us just want to get better. And I think that is a big part of getting better, wanting to be better.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a job that you can't succeed at if you aren't open to learning every single day.
Dan, can we rename the title of this episode to Aura Farming with Matt?
Oh my God!
Because I feel like
I refuse.
That's what we're doing here.
I refuse.
That could be like a recurring segment.
Yeah.
Come back and farm some Aura again.
Yeah, like Bitcoin.
I like it.
I like it too.
Do you wish that you had started umpiring earlier? Because I know. Well, going way back, I never thought I would become an umpire. I know Gib feels the same way. If you asked us 10 years ago,
I would have been a much kinder ball player.
Yeah, but do you wish you started earlier? And are you trying to get like higher level games? You've done D3. Are you hoping to get like Cape League or D1 or?
So, what was the first part of the question again?
Do you wish you started umping earlier?
Oh yeah, right.
In your.
So I've been playing in the Yawkey League for a handful of years, and there was a guy who came along and played with us once in a while. He was kind of like me. He wasn't like he wasn't a fixture in the starting lineup, but he played a position, did a job. And after a few years, his name was Jared Doucette, he's a buddy of mine. He left and started umpiring, and this was a good 10 years before I started umpiring. And then when I started umpiring and started realizing, like, all right, I'm actually better at this than I am at playing baseball. Man, I wish I did this like 10 years ago, because then I could actually try to. It's not like I think I could go to the major leagues or anything like that, but I could at least. I feel like I'm good enough at it, and I enjoyed it enough that I could strive to go somewhere with it. So from that respect, yeah, I kind of wish I started earlier, but at the same time, that's 10 years of playing baseball with my buddies that I wouldn't have had. So I can't say I wish I didn't do that. So yeah. In some respects, yeah, but like I don't have any regrets with how I've handled my baseball career, if I call it that.
Journey.
And as far as like moving up,
as far as moving up, I want to. I'd like to go to D1. I would like to try to do that.
That'd be cool.
It's not something I feel like it's on the immediate horizon, but I do think that a lot of things have to fall into place to do that. You got to go to camps. You got to put time in. You got to do a lot of stuff. And I have a soon-to-be 9-year-old daughter, so the amount of time I'm putting in umpiring in, as it is in the first place, is already a lot. So to put more into it and take more time away, it's like I don't know if that's something I don't have as much time to do that. Like if I could commit to it, then I know I could go do something I want to do. But I'm happy now with doing the college games that I do. I would say, talking about striving for anything, like this year was the first year I got like a really nice slate of high school tournament games, which was awesome. It was like, big crowds, 3-man umpiring, the D2 semifinals with Reading High School, who I had a couple times during the year. Like it's an electric scene. It's a lot of fun. Like it's good baseball. Like, and that's also it's a recognition of like, you get that and you're like, okay, they do think I'm a good umpire. It's like, okay, someone thinks I'm good enough at this that they're like putting me out here for like the semifinal of the state high school championships.
You're getting the feedback.
That's the feedback, right? Because it's hard to find feedback anywhere else aside from the person that you're working with.
Right.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just like you said. The next game is your feedback.
Right.
So I don't have any plans, but
it's got to be nice hearing from coaches or people like, hey, like you had a really consistent zone, or you called a great game. Like even sometimes that I think makes me feel really good when I walk off the field and I'm like, okay, yeah, like I thought it was a good game too, but I appreciate that, like from a coach or not necessarily a parent, but I think that does make a difference sometimes too.
Sometimes it does. I mean,
maybe not all the time, but sometimes.
Well, no, I mean, it's always nice to hear. obviously, it's always nice to hear. Sometimes, but again, now you're talking. It's like the same way that a parent or fan can give criticism, they can give praise the same way. And it's like, oh, you called a great team. We won by 5. Like, obviously, you did a great job.
Well,
like,
yeah. Well,
those
yes.
those things
right.
are nice. Yes.
Yes.
But like even when they say it, like you're still like, oh, thanks. Like it's good.
Yeah.
But the more rewarding ones I've gotten have been like when I've helped out at a lower level and done like a playoff little league game I did a few years ago, and at walking off the field, and some of the parents are like, where have you been all season? Like, you are far and away the best umpire we've ever had.
Yeah.
Because like honestly, once you go up, you don't want to go back down. You don't want to do a $45 game.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But at the same time, that was part of why I got into it. Because like I love going up in the ranks in terms of umpiring college baseball right now. I love that I'm getting awesome varsity baseball high school games.
Yeah,
I love
that's so
it.
cool.
It's like the intense. I mean, it's intense. Like there are scenes where it's like high. Just it's an environment. Sometimes it's a lot. It's nerve wracking.
Yeah,
but it's fun.
Yeah.
And like once you feel confident enough in what you're doing, and like to not let anything distract you, it's like it's a blast. Volleyball is something I'm gonna do up in college as well, because it's just I just can see that happening. I don't think it should be too difficult for me to get to that point. But basketball, I'm stopping at high school. I might even regress. I don't really want to do basketball as much anymore. I like it, but the most fun I had doing basketball is this past year. I did the every Saturday morning starting at 8:15. I had 3 games at one of the local high schools or local middle schools, and it was the Reading Town 8th grade boys, the 4th grade girls, and then the 4th grade boys, or something like that. And I had them every single week, so I got to know all these kids. And I got to see how they played, and I got to like work with them, and I got to like nicknames and like and just like interacting with the parents. Like I'll go mess with the parents on the sidelines, and like I'm just it's a light environment, and like as long as they know you're doing a job, and if you have like it's 8:30 on a Saturday morning, like his parents are like, oh, I gotta be here.
Yeah, exactly.
So I try to like have fun with it, and like have fun with the kids.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun doing that with like Little League Baseball when I first started. Like, I liked working with talking to kids who, the best player in the team, but he's got a bad attitude because his third baseman booted a ground ball or something like that. Like, talk to him after the game and be like, "Hey, man, like you're really good. Like, have a good attitude. If you have a good attitude, your team's have a good attitude. Like, I can tell you lead this team. Like that kind of stuff. It's rewarding to help. People get into a better mindset. Kids get into a better mindset of the game. Like you don't have to win every time. You don't have to hit home run every time. Like be a good teammate. Be a good sport. Like have fun.
I've said to these guys a bunch of times, I always want to leave my business card because I have a private practice too. I always just want to like leave my business card in the stands. Like, hey, give me a call if you're going to need me. You're going to need me.
Yeah, I've seen kids crying after striking out. Like, you have no idea, kid. This game is brutal.
Oh, this game will break your heart, but it's the best game in the world, and you get to play it every day.
Maddie, so are the game day experiences between basketball, volleyball, baseball, are they all that different? For you to be like, like that basketball thing, like I'm all set with.
No, that's not a game day experience thing. That's more for me to me, basketball is the hardest one to officiate. Because baseball.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I love that. That's why I still do it, because that's how I get my exercise done. No, but baseball, it's like
I'd be dying.
You lock in for 3 seconds, and then you're like, all right. Basketball just doesn't stop. Like you got 10 people moving around, zipping around. You're watching for everything. It's very easy to miss things. It's just difficult. It's very difficult.
A friend
I
of
don't
mine
have as much fun doing it.
A friend of mine officiates basketball too. You ever work with any women?
I have, actually, a few.
Do you know Michelle Anzalone? Short. She's
sure.
like 4 feet of fury. I'm 5 feet of fury. She's 4 feet of fury.
What's her last name again?
Anzalone.
Anzalone, doesn't ring a bell.
No. All right. She does some D3 stuff for basketball, and she does high school stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, she's great. She's awesome. Yeah.
Wow.
It's gonna sweaty ass.
I love a 4 foot tall like referee getting in players' faces, telling them what's up.
Yeah.
How does she do the jump ball like at the beginning of the game?
So when I first started umpiring, right, she was like, "You're not going to take any shit being a woman." She's like, "Listen to me. This is how you talk to them." And she was very intense. And I was like, "I don't know that I need to enter that way, but I'm going to take some of your fire there, 4 foot tall girl. I'm going to take some of that."
I don't know that fire. It's all confidence at every single level.
It is.
Like,
it is.
Looking nervous, like they're just going to lick their chops and they're going to feed you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and there have been some coaches where I wanted to be like, do you talk to your wife this way? Because I think you do. Because I think you do. But I don't. I don't say those things because I know I need to refrain. However, there have been some coaches where I'm like,
oh yeah, that's a good
don't like you.
Ooh.
And I know that a lot of other people don't either. But I don't.
Yeah, it's all about censorship. You know, I'm a wise ass, so there's a lot of things that go through my head that I want to say sometimes, and
it's a skill, right?
It's a skill. Like I
just think that I'm at work.
Today. Yeah, I had a kid today who, in the AU 15, 16U game I had today, and he took 3 balls like high outside, and then he took an outside half strike, inside half strike, and then pitched it through a curveball that broke over the plate, and the kid jumped out of the way, and I rung him up, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" And it broke over the plate. He just jumped out of the way. He's like, "Well, I had to move for that." And I was like, well, "Keep moving."
No, you didn't.
Keep moving. Move your way to the bench. That's it. You know? So it's like that's as much as I'll kind of let myself go, because if I start letting myself my brain dictate what comes out in some situations, I'll get myself in more trouble than it'll be worth.
There've been I've had a couple of catchers that I'm just like, you're my favorite. You're now my favorite, and we're just gonna hang out and talk between everything. Like definitely.
Some catchers
they're the best.
They have your back.
Yeah. It's the parents where I have to bite my tongue. Those are the times I want to be like, yo, what do you do? Oh, you were at Raytheon? I'll be out front tomorrow morning with my chair telling you where you sit.
Oh, and I love when they have the rule dead wrong.
Oh,
and they're just yelling it over and over and over again. And this happened to me in Arlington, where some woman was screaming over and over again how I got this call wrong. And finally, some other parent walked over and was like, no, she has it right. This is the actual play. And then all of a sudden I hear, oh, good call, Blue, this woman. And I turned around and I was like, you're good now? You're good now. And I just went back. But I really just wanted to be like, I know. See you next Tuesday.
I got paid for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. But parents, they just like Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff said, parents just don't understand.
But we're parents, right? Three out of 4 of us sitting here, because we can say that. But we're parents, and I went to my son's baseball games even before I was an umpire, and I would never think to yell at the umpire like that. I wouldn't. When I was a player, I might grit it under my, my I'd whisper it. But if I said anything, my coach would bench me for the next game. I wouldn't have a next game. And that doesn't happen anymore either. I don't hear that at all.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Totally agree.
My musings.
It's crazy how fast time goes by when we talk about this stuff.
I know.
Oh
wow,
2 hours.
I know. Zach's gonna kill me. I gotta go to Maine.
We're holding Angie up from her vacation. But I feel like we could talk about this stuff.
All right, what's our last best question then for Matt? You guys pick. What's the last best question for Matt?
Go ahead, D.
Well, I was curious as what he thought his solution was for the umpire shortage, but I don't think anyone.
Well, we kind of talked about that. Yeah.
There's no solution to that.
Yeah.
A lot of things have to change.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing as teachers. Teachers aren't paid enough, and they're not vetted enough.
Nope.
It's like tenure with teachers. You have teachers who get tenure, and then they're like, "Oh, I can just suck now because I have tenure."
Yeah.
That's not a thing, but we don't need to get into that.
Well, we know it is a thing. Present company excluded, of course, but it shouldn't be a thing. Just like umpires standing around not caring about it shouldn't be a thing.
Right. The ones that want to get to the JV games because it's $10 more. Yeah, right.
I will just say that I've been in education for 20 years in 3 different districts in many different schools, and I've yet to meet a teacher who doesn't care. Maybe when they're getting close to retirement, I've definitely met some of those, but then they're way more fun to be around. And I like that.
Now, see, this is okay.
But we get tenure after 3 years, right? So we get tenure after 3 years.
I made it almost all the way through without saying something that's going to offend somebody. Now I'm going to have every teacher I know yelling at me. That's not what I'm saying. Not at all what I'm saying. That's okay. I'm
defending them, and that is fine. But I will tell you, right before retirement, right before retirement, man, they will say what they have to say in meetings. But I will say,
Oh yeah.
in my 20 years of education, I have only met maybe one or two teachers where I think like this isn't the field for you. But most teachers show up and show out for those kids day after
Teachers are
day.
awesome.
Agree.
But
Now, umpires, on the other
close
hand.
to retirement, I'm saying whatever it is I want to say. But I usually do, and I get away with it. You just got to know how.
Yeah, of course.
So
You should
I
hear
guess,
the shit I say to my kids. But anyways, go ahead.
I guess last question would be, what would be your advice to someone who's potentially looking into getting into umpiring and are not sure if they should or not? Because I hear all the time, you're like, people are like, oh, you're gonna make $400 today, like that's pretty good money. Maybe I should do it. So what's your advice to someone who might be thinking about getting into umpiring?
I think the first question I would ask anybody who says I might do it, I would say, do you love baseball? And if they say like, I'd say find something else.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
You can't be a good umpire if you don't love baseball.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because you have to, with all the rules, with how everything changes, you have to really care about what you're doing and know what you're doing to be a good umpire.
Yeah.
Like, and every time I go out there, even if I kick a call once in a while, I'm still trying to make the right call. I'm trying to be in the right position, and there are times when I'm not in the right position or I miss something. That happens, but it's not never for lack of effort.
And
so if you want to do it and you want to commit to it, because it's also like when I did it, like we talked about earlier, it was a longer road. Like it was literally, I was making $45, $50 a game for like 3 years.
Right.
Whereas like now with the shortage, you guys are doing games, you're getting $100 a game. Like,
and you can move up very quickly, which I tell everyone.
Which you can move up very quickly.
Unless you're me. Unless you're Angie. That's all I have to say.
Unless you're Angie.
Walter, if you're listening, I want better games.
But also, Ange, you work during the day, so varsity games for you.
Not in the summer. I don't work in the summer, and then at 3:45, I'm at Belmont Hill every day.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, Belmont Hill Academy.
Yeah, I do them. Yeah, those are my boys. I love those kids. I'm there all the time because I get out at 2:30 and their games start at 3:45. So
that's where your boys are. Okay, gotcha.
No. I work at a high school, so I could not afford Belmont Hill. Are you kidding me? I work at Somerville High. No, I work at Somerville High School, and we get out at 2:30, and then Belmont Hill, their games are 3:45, so I can get there with plenty of time. So I get all those games.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I've never asked you this directly, but do you honestly feel like you're ready to work varsity or men's league?
She could have done the 16U games this weekend.
I'm asking her.
I know.
No, my honest answer is when you asked me this last year, and I was like, no, I want to wait, but I am ready to move up to varsity at least, and to be honest with you, I'm really good, and all of the people that I talk to that I work with, like, I need to tweak certain things, but the things that I need to tweak are the things that every umpire needs to tweak, right? But I know my game, I know my positions, I know my angles, I'm working on my timing like everybody else, but yeah, dude, like I'm ready. And so maybe it's just this year I move up to varsity, and that's great, and the slow progression is fine, but it is really hard to hear you guys getting the games that you're getting, and I'm not.
I understand that.
I hear you.
And that's tough. I didn't have any games this weekend, and you guys were at attorney all weekend? Like, I bleed. I bleed right stitches, dude. Like, I'm not sitting, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be there.
To win it. You're here to do it. You're not here to...
But it's not only that, but like I bleed baseball like every other baseball player that I know, right? I love this game.
I also know you love your vacations too.
But I block. So the difference between me and you is I block my days. The days that I can't do, I take my time.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm wide open.
It's a big part of it, learning how to deal with that. I mean,
but I have to be honest though. Being a therapist, I know the value of self-care. And I tell the teachers that I work with on a daily basis, and I tell you guys that you cannot be doing 4 games a day. You can't. And recouping and recharging. So I block off my vacations and my days. I prioritize myself.
Mama hadn't given it.
But I have weeks in the summer. I am open every single day in the summer. Right? So if you look at I took 2 vacations this year. A couple weeks ago and this week.
Walter, if you're listening.
So
let's get her some
Angie, where
varsity
are you?
games.
I'm in Somerville.
Where do you live in Somerville too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a Somerville girl.
Okay. All right.
I can bring out the accent if you need it, but I try to keep it. I try to keep it down.
That's up to you. I've known a lot of Somerville girls, so yeah, I'm sure you
Oh,
can.
so then you know us. We're just loud. So yeah.
I do.
You know what they say about if you walk into a bar and somebody's really loud, the loudest person in the room, they're from Somerville.
Probably from Somerville. 9
times out of 10, you're not wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, Dan, yes, I do.
Okay.
But I think again, I think being a female umpire has me at a disadvantage to you guys. But I will work to prove that wrong. And I worked with Tresca, and Tresca said I did great. And the only thing he had for me were a couple of like angles and positions where I was like, oh, that makes sense to be over there. But it was like steps. So
Right.
Yeah.
whatever.
You probably are at a disadvantage for that very reason, and you just need to continue to advocate for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. We all
other
do.
people advocate for you. You know,
Absolutely.
I would love to work a game with you sometime.
Yeah, no, same. I think that Walter might protect me a little bit more than you guys. So, you know, he doesn't give me 4 games in a day. I'm not necessarily blocked, but he doesn't give me 4 games in a
That's
day.
not about being protective. That's just lunatic. Doing 4 games a day, like you're saying, it's like.
Yeah.
But I'm saying he would
That's
never
crazy.
assign me that. You know, and I appreciate that because then I don't have to decline them. But he wouldn't.
I'll
never
tell
has.
you what, and it's a catch-22 too. It's hard to then decline those too because we know how he is too. Like so, I kind of the mind like if I'm around like and he assigns me a game, I'm gonna take where he wants me to go, whatever it is, you know. But,
no, and I get that, and I think there's pluses and minuses, and we talked about this too, right? When Joe Catch was on too, right? That I'm sure that there are some things that I get a little bit easier than you guys, but I would love it if the respect thing was even.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's what I would love.
I'm at the point where 4 games seems normal. Like I'll do 2, and it's like it feels weird to like leave. I'm like,
oh, dude, I could not do more.
I've only done 3 times, and
wow.
I don't need more than that.
3's a lot, yeah. I mean, because I've said it to D too.
Especially in this heat.
But and you do the 100 inning games.
Yeah.
You do all
That's a little bit different.
I want to be the first umpire to do all 100. No, I don't.
Oh, God.
Rich Cabral just commented 2 games is the max. And
right.
I need to, and yes, Rich, I know I need to be more patient, and it will come. I know, I hear you. Sometimes you just get a little frustrated.
Richie's very smart. He's very smart.
We had him on. He was wonderful.
Oh yeah, I watched most of that one and the one with Carl.
Yeah.
Just to get a little idea what you guys do. You know.
Yeah.
and those are 2 of my favorite guys. So.
Yeah, they're great dudes.
It's fun to listen to them.
Maddie, that's what I love about you, man. You're passionate and your enthusiasm about this. It's infectious, man. You're making us better. I appreciate it, man. I loved having you on.
I told both of you guys, I think, when we work together is like one of the things that I enjoy about working with you guys, and hopefully Angie will see if we can figure it out. I would like to work with you as well. Is you guys are less experienced, and I know that I can be of help. So I had to be like ultra on, you know. So I want to make sure that when you guys, because I had bases for every game. It was weird. I had bases like for 3 weeks.
That's what I had, but I did love it. And then
there was a reason. There was a reason for that.
Well, there were some reasons for that, but
yes.
Oh, okay.
But I knew that you guys wanted to learn, and so I want to make sure that even if you weren't asking questions, whatever I was doing, I wanted you to see what I was doing. I wanted to do it mechanically sound, so that even just subconsciously you see it. Maybe you see the way I curl in on a fly ball on the outfield, or how I do whatever. Like if there's anything, I want to make sure I'm doing that right because you guys want to get better. I don't want to show you things that are bad habits or anything like that, right? So like, one of the things Richie told me, I think Richie told me when I first started, is like, if you can walk anywhere, jog. If you can jog anywhere, run.
Yep.
When you're on the bases, like don't go when there's a base hit and you're in A. Don't go walking to B. Like have a little jog, a little pat to your step, get there, be ready to go. Like just don't walk around anywhere, you know. And just those things you learn as you go along, and those things I would love. Like I shared with you guys, little things that I could see. I had to kind of tamper myself down so I didn't talk about too much stuff, but to overload you.
Or do you have partners?
You're raw. you're raw. You're like, you're dough. You're, ghost. I'm like wrapping around you.
Baby
But yeah,
cubs.
it's right.
Yeah.
Do you have
You figure it out.
Yeah,
Hey guys, sorry, Zach just told me that I need to try bigger to get off.
Okay.
So
All right.
you guys can wrap up, but I have to go. Otherwise,
Yeah.
my kids are going to be in Maine without me and my
Go
husband.
ahead.
But
Go
Have
ahead.
fun, man.
Matt, it was wonderful to meet you.
Pleasure meeting you.
Kelsey Whitmore just signed with the Savannah Bananas. Amazing news. That's my
Yeah,
news.
she pitched yesterday.
She pitched, but then she signed with them. She is officially signed with the Savannah Bananas.
That's awesome.
So
That is awesome.
that is my awesome women in baseball news.
That
All right.
is cool.
Matt, it was
Right.
wonderful to meet you. Guys,
You as
I'll see you
well.
later. You know I love you.
All right.
Bye.
Have fun. All right, we'll put. Cool.
Matt,
Have fun.
Really is. She has a heart of gold, and she's like, she just wants to get better. Blame. She's right about most of it.
No,
so.
he seems to want to do it, and that's 75% of it is wanting to do it.
Yeah.
So
Hold on. Let's get you in her place. Oh, this is gonna look weird, but you must have your phone on in vertical mode. Wait. Oops. Wait. What the hell?
Trying too
Supposed to
hard,
be that.
buddy.
No, I'm just trying to replace. Yeah. Oh, we lost.
Fans.
Did we lose him? I think we might have lost. You still there, Matt? This software sucks.
No, lost
Oh,
them.
he might have. His battery might be dead, maybe.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. Probably forgot to plug it. We always have to remind our guests to plug their phone in. Cause
Nice short episode as always.
Yes, sir. Yeah, good times. So
Wait for
yeah.
him to come back or
Well, if his battery's dead, I'm not sure if he's coming back. Oh, there he is.
sorry. Yeah, I had
No,
to. I
you're
told you
good.
right back. I just had to step away for a second.
No problem.
It's only been 2 hours. You got something else going on?
Well, I mean, my wife's upstairs with my kid, kind of staying out of my way right now. So I wrap up in a few minutes, but
No, I was just gonna say you ever have a partner who's doing the bases and it's just like got his arms folded, just like it's frustrating because your partner is a reflection of you, and
yeah, but you can't change their demeanor.
Oh, I know.
You can't change
Oh, I
whether
know.
they want to be there.
Yeah.
So you just gotta identify that. Okay, he seems to kind of be like, so I might need to be a little more alert.
What's
And
that
pay
show
attention to
on
some more things.
HBO?
Oh, yeah. The rehearsal.
Check it out. It's on HBO. It's about basically these pilots, a pilot and a first captain, and they basically it's dissecting like airline accidents and what kind of went on, and they're seeing a pattern between the communication between the pilot and the first
Tower.
captain. Or
Oh, okay. Yeah,
just
yeah.
a lack of communication between these two guys who are working together in the cockpit who have never met each other.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, as it applies to working together with somebody
Exactly.
who you've never worked with before. And like,
Exactly.
Exactly.
you don't know what you're getting into. Right.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how a lot of it is reliant on whatever decisions you make or don't make.
Right.
Yep. Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah, and someone was commented a couple weeks ago how we work with so many different partners that it's hard to build a rapport. When you do work with, so many
ones.
Well,
many partners.
if you guys are battling 4 games a day, you're seeing a lot of people, and you will run into the same people over and over again. And you'll run into people enough that over the coming years, you'll be like, okay, this is a person that I'm going to keep seeing because they're kind of on the same track that I'm on. Like they're doing the same kind of things, they're moving up kind of where I'm moving up. And you will start seeing the same people a lot. And you're finding people that you love to work with. You see their name on the schedule and you're like, wicked awesome, that's great. I don't see a lot of names I don't recognize anymore. So like you'll get there. You'll know who people are and you'll know I'm in for this tonight. But more often than not, I don't recall ever seeing names on the schedule that I'm ever like, ugh, Like I haven't had any of those. Like most guys are good umpires. Most guys are trying. These guys do the best what you got, and you're a team, and you're only as good as the weakest link. So
Yeah.
you got to just step up for each other.
Right. I know what I wanted to ask you. We touched on this before going live, but in situations where, say, there's runners at second and third, 1 out, 2 outs, we've talked about, does it make sense to go into either B or C based on whether a righty's up or a lefty's up, just in case your partner needs to check with you on a swing? Because I had a situation recently where it was a big game and 2 outs, bases loaded, a lefty was up, and he checked his swing, and he may have gone, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I checked with my partner, but he was in the B position, which is not the best position to be in with the lefty. I was hoping he was gonna ring him up, because I felt in my heart he probably did go. But he called, said safe, and maybe if he was in the C position, that he would have had a better angle. And I find myself that I'm either moving to B or C based on, who's up at bat, a righty or a lefty. And I know that you said you shouldn't do that, but I wanted to, I don't know, just.
It's not a shouldn't do that. I mean, those kind of situations, I'm sure there's a specific mechanic that you're told to follow, but you got to do what makes the most sense, that you think is going to be the most beneficial to you. If you think that being in C on a lefty batter is going to help you with the check swing, and you think that there's like a really good chance you might need to be there, then that I get that. That makes sense. If there's 2 outs, most likely I'm going to be over in A. I'm sorry, B. I'm sorry, because with 2 outs, the most likely play is going to be at first base. So I want to be as close to what most likely happen. If it's ground ball, they're going to go to first. I want to be as close as I possibly can to that, to make that call. That's much more likely that's going to happen than there's going to be a check swing and a lefty that I'm going to be in a good enough position to see and call that my plate umpire wouldn't see. I think in my career in B or C, when I've been appealed to.
Oh, sorry.
You got me?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think in my years, all the times I've been appealed to when I've been in B or C, I think I've actually said yes, he went twice. Most of the time now, I'll say, if it's close, I'll be like, not from here. And you say not from here, it's basically saying I'm in the wrong spot to do that unless I totally see that. You can't get upset about me.
Right.
So saying that, is it frowned upon for the home plate umpire to check with if he's not in the right position, or you do it anyway, even if you know?
Home plate umpire, if the catcher asks you to check, you check.
You have to check, yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If he didn't swing and it wasn't even close, you still check and you pray to God that your base umpire doesn't punch him out.
Right.
You have to ask, which is silly, because there've been times when the guy's like, "Can I check?" and I'm like, "Do you really need to?" And they're like, "I want to check." I'm like, "All right, what do you got?" But you can typically tell.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't see it. You're looking at so many different things, and sometimes you don't see it, and you're not sure.
And that's,
some of them are obvious, but yeah.
And like we were talking before, sometimes you don't see it. Sometimes he goes to check his swing, and he's checking his swing because the ball's higher than he thought it was going to be. And because the ball's higher, the catcher's reaching up to catch the ball, and you're losing part of the bat. And you don't see exactly where it finishes. So you call based on the pitch. And if they want to check, you check. Or if it's like, I didn't see it at all, I want to check. I did that today.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite tell, but it looked like he might have gone. So I just did, without asking, I said, did he go? I went right over to him. And he was like, so I was like, all right, good. That's, again, preventative stuff.
Right. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, this is good stuff. One of the reasons we started this podcast is so originally years ago I wanted to start a podcast just on the BMBL because that's the league we both play in. Never in a million years did I think I would be starting an Umpire podcast, but I know it's certainly helped me. I know it's helped Gib. Every episode we're learning more and more. So
you're just talking things out. You're playing it in your mind, and you can learn that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
certainly have.
We appreciate guys like you coming on who have the experience, and we're constantly.
Well, I appreciate working with people that want to get better and are they're self-aware. I feel like I'm self-aware. When I started, everyone I worked with, I said, like, tell me what you got. Like, I don't care. Tell me what you got. I want to get better. And I think if you're willing to learn, more people want to work with you, and you're going to get better faster.
And as long as they're honest, because I feel like I've had umpires where I'm like, so what'd you think? Was that a strike, or was that a ball, or was he out? Was he safe? And he'll just tell me what I want to hear. Oh, you had it right.
As long as you know that's what they're telling you, what you want to hear, then you just.
No, I want the truth. I want to know. Did you think he was out? Did you think he was safe? Don't just tell me.
You're not always going to get that.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe they don't care and they want to go home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're just like, I'm done. I want to go home and eat a burger. I don't really care about talking about your zone.
Right. Yep. So true.
But yeah.
So true. Well, this has certainly been our longest episode, so congrats.
Oh, no shit, really?
To you on that. Oh, yeah. and Gibbs' wife as well.
We won't talk about it.
Yeah, all right. Oh, no, it's been fun. I appreciate it. You guys have been fun to work with and get to know you guys a little bit, and it's fun to just talk shop, like you said.
Yes, sir. I'm sure we'll see
you soon.
Again. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll see you guys before long.
I'm sure.
And if anyone wants to watch Matt in action, check out the live video from the All-Star game this Saturday, Boston Metro Baseball League.
Right.
Yeah, I
watched a little bit of it yesterday.
Nice.
Do you go back and watch a lot of things? I mean, everything's recorded now and stuff. Do you go back and watch a lot of stuff, or?
I mean, sometimes I just might want to check out like my positioning or something like that. I did want to say, Matt. I mean, I was watching some of mine, seeing where I was, because we're talking about when we worked the other night. Depth behind the catcher. Yeah. And I was watching some of my game, and I was like I was telling you, like, my head is like right next to the catcher's head. Like, it's like I'm like on like a piggyback almost on him. I was like right on top of him. So I was like, I'm glad I was practicing what I preached, basically. Like I was doing what I said, like, I think is the best idea. Mm-hmm. I'm still doing it. So it made me feel good to see that I was still doing it that way. But I'll look for stuff when I worked a game earlier this year up at Keene State. They have like a highlight reel on there after the game or something like that, and I just wanted to see myself behind the plate, see
that's cool,
where I was and how my timing was, things like that. Just kind of see a little bit, and then like, okay, moving on.
Yep, I hear you.
Yeah, in these showcase games, there's like 3-4 cameras back there. I'm sure they're using Game Changer and all that. And,
they're using Game Changer. I don't think they're streaming the games, but they're just recording them.
Yeah.
Probably for themselves, or maybe they have like their team websites. I mean, $5,000 a year to play. Maybe they do that stuff for you too.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little nerve-wracking knowing that videos of you are out there umpiring. As long as it's not one of those videos where it is. I don't want to say fight.
You're throwing out four guys. Or
or
coach or the assistant coach in the matter of 5 minutes.
Some viral video.
I need that
just
to go viral.
Just don't feed into the confrontation.
That's right.
That's it. Someone starts yelling at you, then you just, like, I'm done. I don't yell at anybody anymore. I'm just going to tell you what's up, and then I'm going to walk away.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep.
When they start yelling at you, walk away. Don't listen to them. Hear it. What do I say? Ignore it. Acknowledge it. Penalize it. They get in your ear, say, I got you. I don't want to hear anymore. They do it again. See ya. Or you're restricted to the bench or whatever.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, good stuff. Man. Appreciate you being on.
Go back
appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, we can. I'm happy to do it sometime in the future, and I'll be tuning in. I'll see you guys out in the field.
We'll do an episode. We'll analyze plays and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Thanks, bud.
All right, bud.
Have a good night. Tell the wife sorry to keep you.
Yeah, that's right. we'll work through that.
Yeah.
We'll work through that.
All right, guys.
All right. Have a good night, sir. See you soon.
All right. See you.
All right. Take care. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Great guy, man.
Yeah.
And it's good to see the paths that we're on and the journey we're on. Like, they all kind of intertwine. They're all kind of the same. They're all different in their own kind of way. But I mean, his passion and his intensity, how much he cares for the game. Oh man, it's like I said, it's infectious, man. It makes you want to be better. Like I worked my balls off the other night. I want that every game I work, But
yep.
So I want just seeing it the same kind of passion and enthusiasm about what you're doing from your partner, man, it makes for a great game.
Oh yeah, yeah, it makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yep. So yeah, next week, you're on vacation, but so the the movie movie that recently came out, I guess it was filmed over at Douglas, our Soldier Field in Douglas, where our Metro West Division plays in the BMBL. They're doing like an East Coast tour of the movie, but on this coming Saturday, the players who played in that movie are actually going back to Douglas Field to play a game against each other, and 3 of us got invited to umpire in that game. Obviously, you can't do it, but Angie and I are going to do it, which should be a lot of fun. I think they're going to be wearing the same uniforms that they wore in the movie, and then we're hoping to have the producer and director of that movie come on to the podcast on our usual time, Sunday night next week, the day after the game. So
has the movie been already premiered?
Yes, movie's already been
out?
premiered. They're just doing like an East Coast tour. It's playing at different theaters like Somerville, next week. Yeah,
Nice,
we can post the
nice.
dates on our
Yeah.
Facebook page. But
Help to promote it and get it out there? Yeah.
oh yeah, so that should be pretty cool.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm sorry I'll miss it. Have fun.
Yeah, I think they're filming some of it at least, so we might get
Maybe
to
I'll watch
some
it
of
this week and try to figure out some things for you guys to ask them.
Yeah, Bill Lee was in it.
Nice.
Um,
Who else? Anyone?
I'm not sure if anyone else that we would know of or you would know of.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, and I think some players from our league are going to be playing in the game as well. So yeah, should be pretty fun.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Great job with the stream yesterday for the All-Star game. I listened to some of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations to all everyone who made it as well.
Yeah, and Mike Barthel was named MVP in the Masters Metro West game.
I saw him this morning. I did Situate, and they played the Cambridge Nine.
Oh yeah.
BMBL League 45. So I asked him, I was like, dude, doesn't the wife get tired of you being gone? He's like, she wants me to play on more teams. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
I had to give him.
Everybody needs that kind of wife, I guess.
Yeah, right. But kudos, Barthel. You're a beast. You beat our Metro Sox. Last week?
Yeah. Yep. Smoked us. And Xavier Nunez, he's a beast. He was the MVP in the 28 plus, 18 plus game. 11 assists he had at shortstop. Made every single play. Made it look easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Crazy to think it was only a month to go in the season. It's nuts.
It'll be over quick. You know it too.
Yeah,
it'll be a quick month of August, and we'll be right into September in the playoffs.
Yep.
I know the ICL they're down the last week this week. A couple of playoff chases still up for grabs. I know that.
Oh, and congratulations, the Braintree White Sox, once again champions of the Cranberry Baseball League. I guess they are now tied for the most championships in league history. And now I can't remember the team that they're tied with, but...
there we go. Let's reach out to them. We'll get them on, huh?
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah. P.J. Thompson, been running that team, general manager, for many years. He'd be a good guy to get on. Yeah, good call.
Yeah, let's get him on and let him tell his story. They're kicking some butt. Right. Congratulations, boys.
Yeah, we were talking about Barthel, and his son plays in the Stripers, who they played in the finals, which made me... think of that. But yeah, congratulations to the Braintree. Is it Braintree White Sox? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But anyway, hopefully we should be back on same time next week. Obviously we had to come on a little early this week, so appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll be back next week. We'll see you guys
Sunday,
then.
D.
Oh yeah, happy Sunday, or what's left of it.
Go get some dinner.
Yeah, you too.
All right,
All right, guys.
See you guys next week.
Yep. Good night, guys.